All right. I have to fix my audio for no reason, so hold on.
Send this video to Remco.
Hold on.
And his 2 kids. He's got 2 daughters now, and they're like what, 15, 16? Like they're old. It's kind of crazy. They're in like their teens.
We're recording now, so
That's
say that
nuts.
again.
Remco van de Kamp over there in
in
the Deutschland. Oh wait, I mean Netherlands.
I love his friend March J when she came out.
March J was around.
I was like, she's like, say my name, Martje.
Marta.
Name, and she go March J, and I go March J. She goes no, and I'm like, I'm saying the same thing you are.
You fucking bitch.
Oh, I can mimic sounds fairly well, not
fucking
music.
Well, they got that guttural thing going on, like ah!
And they have that thing.
It's Van Gogh.
And then she's like, March J. And I'm like, March J. And she's like, no. I'm like, I didn't even finish. And he said, no. Okay.
It's like the Predator. You gotta have that.
So annoying. But yeah, he was obsessed with Scoobies on Hollywood Boulevard.
It's a hot dog place. I never liked it. I did not like I could never eat their food. He also loved Denny's. Let's not forget this too.
He loved Denny's.
He would eat Denny's 6 times a fucking week.
The problem with Scoobies was the grease factor.
Bacon cheddar burger.
Because everything they did involved 3 gallons of grease, which probably why he likes Denny's.
Yeah.
That was my only problem with Scoobies.
Well,
They're out of business now.
He could eat anything because he was literally 6'10" and thin as a rail. Well, he's probably 6'6". Maybe he was more 6'6".
I don't know. He was
pretty tall, but he was like that tall, lengthy. He was like Carl from Die Hard.
What's wrong with Denny's?
Everything,
Frank.
Their salad gave me a heart
palpitation. Go to IHOP instead.
Yeah, but IHOP's not open till 2.
If I do this, you can see Jonathan Frakes' head.
Oh my God! Look at it, it's there.
Beyond belief, fact or fiction.
Beyond belief, I still work in the industry.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. We haven't done one of these in a little bit here. Welcome to LIW Anthology Series Review Episode 101. Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction 310. Oh, you're first. You're the leader.
Dick, get in the house, y'all.
Phoenix West.
Frag Lakes.
Welcome, guys. Our names on the bottom here are referring to our next show that we're doing, which is The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nick Cage.
We have a lot.
Frank, you did not see it, right? You will be abruptly kicked out after this.
Or you can stay around and ask us questions about it.
Oh, yeah. That'd be fun.
Actually, that works. Because it would be good to have someone that didn't see it to be like, to make it more clear.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nicolas Cage.
Terrible title.
Is that the new
Rose,
one?
I thought you were going to say terrible movie. And I was like, how dare you? Okay, let's begin. So, Dick is in the lead, hence why he's over here. It's 18-16 to me. Down there, Frank has 3. Frank has 3.
Well, he's only been on, 2 episodes?
3.
Okay, I can't set this high.
Yeah, so a point an episode. And this is including today. Why do I see none of you? Is your chair sinking?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, when you said 3, I pulled the lever and went.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna have an all new background soon. I might even have just stand and do this from now on.
You've been saying that for a year.
In the new house, it's being remodeled right now.
Fuck, it is.
It's being. I swear to God, it's being remodeled right now.
How long has he been saying that?
Since I know him.
Yeah.
Well, it's only been like 6
2.5 years.
About a year.
Okay, fine.
It's been over 2. We've been doing live streams for 2 years. As of, I should mention this. It's on my schedule. I should set my schedule for next week, but I'll still say it today and just cross it off the list. 5/5/2020 was our first live stream of Anthology and Twilight Zone.
Wow.
So 2 years, and we can thank Adam to that.
Yep.
Because he was the one that was like, fuck it, do YouTube Live. I'm like, I thought about it, but fine. He taught me into it. And here we are. Doesn't matter. Hasn't made a difference.
Nope. And he's dead.
Not one difference.
The only difference is he's dead.
The only difference is I created the Filthy Twilight Zone so I could show people.
And, that you've made, that's actually the most successful thing you've ever done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It does very well.
I have children. The most successful thing I've ever done is Filthy Twilight Zone.
Like I said.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. I'm just saying.
No.
It's sad.
No.
Can't wait till your children hear that.
Oh, they're gonna hear a lot of shit they shouldn't hear. Because you know what happens on their like 8th birthday? Just gonna give them my feed. Here you go. Here's an iPad and a locked door, sweetie.
And you'll be buried in the ground for being dead at 38.
Yeah. Tell your counselor at school about this. All right, bye.
I'll see you in hell.
Yeah, it's just gonna be me roasting her nonstop. And when he turns 8, same thing.
Yeah, but he's gonna be, Dad, I don't like basketball and I don't like MST3K or Ghostbusters. There's the door. Bye. He's 8 years old.
The basketball thing I will understand. The MST3K thing I understand if you're not into it. The Ghostbusters though,
you're
sorry,
sick.
man. Everyone likes Ghostbusters.
You're not wrong. That would be like that's the red line that you cross that you're done.
That is a homeless complaint.
Or else he says, I love Ghostbusters 2016.
He's like, those women are really funny. I don't get what they're doing in that.
Why are you such a ghost bro,
Dad?
You
call it the only Ghostbusters. I don't get what they're doing in that.
Bill Murray's stupid, Dad.
My wife knows it bothers me, so she goes, Bill Murray's dead, right? All the time. I'm like, no,
not yet.
Your eyes on me, and it totally works.
Not yet. He's on his way though. He looks like shit.
I don't know. Weed is keeping that man alive.
Well, he did every drug under the sun, so I don't know.
But it's the only thing she can say that bothers me. I'm like, no, he's not. Bitch.
You got a tiny dick. But Bill Murray's dead. Fuck you.
It's bigger than Bill Murray's because this is a skeleton.
This is dead. He's rotted off.
Not him.
His is as big as as big as the Chicago sausage, you bitch.
Mr. Murray has a huge hog.
Huge hog. I would suck the juice out of that all day.
He's one of my few like top people I love that I would love to meet.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't want to meet most of my favorite people. Like Gary Oldman, what the fuck would I talk to him about?
Oh,
I feel like he would get bored with me so quick.
I think he'd be funny. He's funny.
For 5 minutes, and then you're like...
entertain you. He's a good guy.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be any of the characters he plays.
Exactly. He'd just be Gary Oldman.
Yeah, which nobody really knows who that is.
It's true.
But if I met Denzel, I'd be like, I got nothing to say to you, man. What do I say? I loved you. I'd be like Chris Farley show. Remember that time you were...
It's like, what are you chewing on all the time?
It's a straw.
What is in your fucking mouth?
Dave Grohl, can I have your gum?
Yeah.
Has that gum been in your mouth for 27 years?
He puts it in your mouth.
It's ash. Is this from the devil? That's why you're good at everything?
Dave Grohl or Bill Murray?
Dave Grohl. Bill Murray's not good at everything.
He's a fantastic dramatic actor. Did you not see The Razor's Edge?
I saw The Razor's Edge. Yeah.
No, it's terrible.
I didn't see it.
It's terrible. Yeah. But where the Buffalo Roam, where he played he played
Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter S. Thompson, yeah.
The fact or fiction's killing me. Can we get on that?
Oh shit, I thought so.
Frank, we clearly have much to discuss, but
Let's talk more about Remco.
Let's talk about our friend that Frank never met.
Yeah, bore him to tears.
And we'll probably never see again. You know who I miss?
I'm gonna go.
You know who I love still, even though I only met him for that week he was here? Remco's dad.
Yeah.
That man and me became like best buddies.
No, he was a good man.
We would hang out together.
He took me all over the Netherlands. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
He was my tour guide. I couldn't speak a lick of English. But it didn't matter. Barely. It was like he was fine though. We got along fine because he was just like, "You want to eat? Yeah, let's eat."
You know what's funny? I had no problem communicating with the man.
Yeah, he was great. I felt bad though because I gave him a carton of cigarettes. That was my gift. I was like, oh shit. But we all smoked them.
You bought him the carton of cigarettes from Europe that has like diseased lungs on it.
Well, yeah. Well, because I got them at the what do you call it? The
duty-free store.
Duty-free store, yeah. Because I bought all my stuff there. I brought them all a bunch of gifts, and I was just like, I know they're smokers, so I'm gonna buy them I gotta buy them cigarettes. It's like this, you go to prison.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, it's just like prison rules. Cigarettes and like stuff you need in real life. Cigarettes go a long way. Ramen, cigarettes, socks,
analies.
But
yes, the man is from Holland, which is where they make Heineken, and he had a discount because he worked for them. So when he's out here in the States, we went to Ralph's together down on Sunset, and he got me a shopping cart full of Heineken and paid for it all. And we went back to my apartment and just loaded up my fridge. Well, you are my fucking hero right now, man.
This is back when the euro was super strong and the dollar was weak.
But
so
he got like a 70% discount.
Like
it was crazy.
Yeah. Nuts.
That was back in a 12-pack of Heineken was like $8.
Yeah. Did he give you the mini kegs though, or that wasn't out yet?
No, that was. I don't think that was
around yet. Okay.
No, he filled those 12 packs, and he bought like the whole shopping cart. So how many could fit in there? Like 10, 12 of those. And me and Perry were working on scripts and like outlines, and we're just drinking them all night.
Oh
yeah. Anyway, Frank's right. Let's get to fact or fiction here. So
rest in peace, Remco's dad. Good man.
Dick, you're in the lead here. Who do you want to start?
What do you mean?
Who do you want to describe the first one?
Oh, Frank.
You can if you want. I'm just saying. Okay, Frank.
No, Frank, you explained to us the Devil's Tattoo.
The best episode.
Which was an amazing episode. Amazing segment.
So this lunatic brings his
I'll take that
vanilla girlfriend into a tattoo parlor, forces her into getting a tattoo of the devil on her fucking neck. And tattoo artist didn't want to do it because every girl that he got the tattoo on the neck disappeared, apparently.
He said the previous two who got this disappeared.
Yeah. Disappeared.
I don't want this tattoo.
Oh, so do you want to talk about that guy's career in a minute?
You can do it right now.
Well, no, the lunatic.
Hold on, we're talking about the guy. This seems like a good time.
Hold on, I was just. Oh fuck! I gotta find his ass again.
Okay, continue, Frank.
Keep going, Frank.
Yeah, so the tattoo artist is trying to tell her to leave, and he comes back in after talking on the phone because I guess he's in cahoots with some weirdo about getting the tattoo on her neck, and then
John Waters.
Yeah, and then the 60-year-old
he gets a page. He gets a page, and the devil dude, I called him Brendan Fraser from Airheads. I was picturing him as the continuation of that storyline. And he's like, let's get a tattoo, babe. And then he's like, blip, blip, blip. And he leaves the room, checks his pager, and he's like, 666. And then he's like, did you get it done yet? no, I'm working on it. You better.
Okay. Who was that?
That was the guy on the other end of the phone. That's all we hear about him.
Oh, okay. I got you. And he comes back in and he starts pressuring the tattoo artist to do the tattoo, and then the gun starts shaking on the table and then jumps off the table and pierces him in the heart. It's ridiculous. And then he dies standing up.
So
it went through his chest into the wall, but it didn't.
It feels like that was because it was keeping him standing.
Long.
Yeah, don't ask. Yeah, but this actor, the William Smith, is the name of the actor who played the tattoo artist. He has 276 credits to his name. He was in Maverick, Riverboat Poker Player. He's in American Me. He's in Conan the Barbarian. He's Conan's father. He's in a lot of stuff. He used to be a kid actor too, so he's got literally, hundreds of credits to his name. He's been in the business forever. He's dead now.
The guy who plays the devil is Shane Broley. I'm sorry, you still going?
Well, no, this guy was in Red Dawn. He was in Rich Man, Poor Man, Any Which Way But Loose. Lot of stuff. This guy worked a lot, but he was also in a lot of bad movies too, obviously. This guy wouldn't say no to fucking cancer.
No. Or this role.
And
the guy who plays the devil dude, the boyfriend, looks like a Jason Patrick. He looks like Jason Patrick.
Yeah.
But he plays the guy in all the Underworld movies, Craven.
Oh, he's so bad.
Oh, yeah.
He's a horrible actor.
He only has 26 credits. And,
wow.
He's in some movie called Spread, something called Japan, where he plays a character named Japan.
Spread Japan.
He's in Book of Fire. He's in Lazarus as of last year, not the terrible, terrible one.
As opposed to that one, which is much worse.
The one from like 2017, 15, something like that.
Nope.
With Olivia Wilde, remember that? The Flatliners failed remake.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god! It's a terrible movie with
got
Derek Glover or
it's got the guy from the League, Peter from the League.
yeah.
Anyway,
Hold on, I'll find it right now. You keep going.
Yeah, Frank is right. That's how it ends. He stabs in the chest, and then it's Jonathan Frakes doing voiceover for some reason. He goes, due to her testimony, he was the tattoo artist was let off. They dropped the charges. It's like, why is he?
Huh?
Okay, hopefully they show the part where he's still standing there, even though a needle for it's like the needle for a tattoo thing is this long.
The Lazarus Effect.
Lazarus Effect. Thank you.
One of the worst movies ever made.
It was bad.
Terrible movie.
Fact.
Oh, Dick and I voted fiction. Frank is just playing the odds at this point because why bother? And he went fact. Now let's see.
Or fiction returns.
Now it's time to find out which of our stories tonight are inspired by actual events and which are total fiction. Now let's take a look back at the strange curse of the Devil's Tattoo. Was it fact
Tattoo.
or fiction?
But please don't tattoo me.
Shut up! Les, pick up the needle.
I'm craving.
Is that better?
The Erotic Adventures of Count Dracula.
What are you doing? I'm not doing anything. It's doing it on its own.
Oh my gosh, no.
It's clearly moving a bunch.
Do you think this one actually happened? If you did, we hooked you in. It's a work of complete fiction.
Aha!
Figures.
All right. Dick and I take a commanding lead over Frank.
Did I say fiction on that one?
You did.
I did? Okay, good.
Thanks for joining us.
I couldn't remember what I said on that one.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
I really can't remember.
He's been studying this guy. Do you have a crush on the tattoo artist? Is that what's going on over there?
I respect his career because he's been on Best of the Worst a number of times.
You're like William Smith nude. William Smith nude anus. Gaping anus William Smith.
No, that was his second to last movie he ever made.
Gaping anus?
You say best of the worst.
Yeah. Yeah, Best of the Worst.
Okay,
Oh, man.
so the next
Plinketto got
story,
him. That's fine.
Dick, you or I are doing the Static Man story.
Oh God, this one's so bad. You do it. I don't want to deal with this one. I hated this one so much.
Oh, Static Man. I just remember what it is. Okay.
Yeah. See?
There's a white guy who looks like Anthony Edwards. We were calling what I call him Carl Edwards.
Yeah.
And he is a busy businessman who is running some sort of company that tears down trees in the rainforest. There's a bunch of protesters. He just walks past them without any problems. Goes inside, gets confronted by an Indian who's from the rainforest. And then he's like, you better give up what you're doing. He's like, no, fuck you, old man. I don't like brown people. And he's like, you will be attacked by the thing you're doing or something like that. And then he throws the Kleenex in the trash, the Anthony Edwards dude, the Carl Edwards. And then it like goes right to his sleeve. And he's like, I have a business meeting with the Japanese. And he goes in the other room. He sits down, and this two Japanese guy, and I correctly predicted the other Japanese guy got no lines. They did not let him speak at all. They didn't want to pay him the extra $50.
Yeah, couldn't afford that.
They were not going to do it. And he has a meeting where he's like, pulls the Kleenex off, puts it in his pocket, and he's like, takes it. He's like, here's to our business meeting. And he has the ring, the coaster for the beer or the champagne on the bottom of his glass.
Sticks to his forehead.
Up to his forehead. And he's like, the Japanese guy is a dick and isn't like, hey, you have that in your forehead. He's just like he's ashamed of him. And he's just like, puts that down, puts it below his glass. It's like a pratfall thing. Like, I wanted like fucking yakety sax to be playing the whole time. Just to get to blow his glass. And he's like, let's say we signed the contract for this business meeting of tearing up the rainforest before we even have dinner. And they're like, we agree. And he opens his briefcase and the papers are like, and he's like, let me grab it down here. And it's doing the same thing. He eventually pulls out the thing. And like Dick said, it's like Liar Liar. It's like one of those kind of movies. He's like holding out the paperwork, and the Japanese guy's ripping it out of his hands. He's like, "I will look at this later. Sign later. Good day, sir." And it's like, why? He had no explanation. It was like a comedy moment from a sitcom, and he needed to have like my hand. I just ate some syrup. Sorry, my hands are really. He had nothing. He's just like, oh, blah, pure white panic at this point. And then
Pure white.
yeah, and he goes outside and he meets up with the Native American dude who's a native South American. Dickory Doc.
Is that your phone?
I don't know. I turned off the sound. I don't know why
That
it made
was
the sound.
deafening. It echoed for like 7 seconds.
I don't know why the sound. I have the sound off. It's
Do you?
completely off. I do.
Uh-huh.
No.
Welcome
You
to the
didn't hear
show.
the first. You didn't hear the first one.
Yeah, he
Yeah, we did.
Fuck you.
Blender.
I should turn the light. Oh, I gotta do that trick for Frank where I turn all the lights off.
Oh yeah,
And do that bit. I'll do that
Good
later.
bit. Yeah.
No.
So he is like, turn off this curse. It reminded me a lot of Thinner, Stephen King's Thinner. Only I love that movie and I love that main actor. This one felt nothing.
Nope.
And he's got like paper stuffed right here.
Yeah,
and he's got, like, a
it's
coat. And he's like,
laughably bad. It's just
He's
like
Looks like he's homeless.
it's ridiculous.
he's like, turn it off. And he's like, you're
No.
gonna give up what you're doing and stop killing the rainforest? I can. It's my business. All right. Well, fuck you then. He walks 7 feet away, and he's like, and all of a sudden these pamphlets pop up that say "Save the Rainforest," and he's like, stick to him. And then he's like, all right, I'll do it. I give it up. I'll save the rainforest. I totally changed my character based on the fact that pamphlets hit me in the face. And then he's like, all right, if you turn your back, it'll come back.
You have to turn your
And
back
he's
on
handing out
what you
pamphlets
do.
at the end, and he turned his whole company into a Save the Rainforest campaign and failed miserably.
Lame.
Because I don't know if you looked at the rainforest, not working out so well.
No.
Dick voted fiction. I voted fact. Frankfurth down there voted fiction.
Okay. I think it might be fact.
I voted. Okay, let's tell my reasoning. And I almost would go the other way, except for the fact that you voted fiction. But because every 90s show or 90s like TV movie of the week had that the environmentalist, white man environmentalist storyline. Every single one of them. Captain fucking Planet existed during this time. It was always the environmentalist did this, and he's the bad guy, and he gets his comeuppance. That's why I wanted to vote fiction. But against my better judgment of that era, I still voted fact for literally no reason.
You might be right though, because that might be the way to go for this show. Because again, all that shit with the paper didn't have to happen.
Yeah,
just the guy had a business, and Indian said, you should stop, or I'll curse you. You're crazy, old man. And then
he felt weird during a business meeting.
Yeah.
Gave it up.
Yeah,
that's all that really had to happen for this story.
That's it.
I think Frank just voted fiction because he voted fiction by.
Yeah, it's just.
Any particular reason you voted fiction?
Because static electricity doesn't attract paper.
Yeah. Okay. That's the whole point of the show.
But again, would you have two fictions in a row though? That's the thing.
Yeah.
They did 4 fictions and then a fact at one time. Remember?
Did they really? Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's true.
They had.
Was that a Titanic episode?
The first episode was 2 facts, 1 fiction, 2 more facts.
Wow.
And then it was 3 facts, 1 fiction, 1 fact, and then it was fact, fiction, fact, fact, fact. So 4 out of 5, 3 times in a row.
Wow. Okay.
Episode 412 was 4 out of 5 were fact.
Wow.
The 5th episode we did 5 of them. 3 and 5. 3 and 2. Sorry. So 3 fact, 2 fiction. The last episode we did was 3 fiction, 2 facts. So
I feel like the further we go down, the more fiction they become.
Yeah,
because they're running out of factual stories to tell.
You say that we did episode 412, and 4 out of 5 were fact.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah. So there's, I do not go off that anymore.
Yeah. There's no point.
Okay, here we go. Maybe later in the season. I don't know if that's something we can go off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so you guys said fiction, I said fact for Static Man. Let's find out about Jonathan Frakes.
What was your opinion of the man who was the victim of his own uncaring attitude about paper products?
You gotta break this curse. Only you have that power. How? Tell me how. I'll do anything. I already told
You
you.
have to suck my dick.
Just give me your word that you'll stop killing trees. I can't.
Look at that authentic South American button-up shirt he's wearing.
It's my work. Then
I got this in a thrift store.
live in your
Seriously, he's Carl Edwards.
paper prison.
Too bad they didn't get the Indian guy from Salvador Carrasco's movie.
All right, I'll change.
Or the guy from the Indian dude from One Flew of the Cuckoo's Nest that throws the water.
I think he was dead by. I think he was dead by this point.
Was he? I think he's alive still. He showed up in an episode of It's Always Sunny.
Oh yeah, he did.
What did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, him and Danny DeVito had a little reunion there.
Oh shit. Okay.
This story too
They
far.
literally did the scene.
Did they really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny.
the whole thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny. That's funny.
Chief.
That's funny.
And he's running, Danny DeVito running out, his tiny little legs.
Wow, that's pretty good.
All right.
Our research shows absolutely nothing. This would never happen.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
rock and roll beyond belief.
All right.
I won.
Just stick
Frank
with me,
finally
Frank.
tied Jared.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get full ahead of him soon.
Well, here's surprise guest Jared. You know what? Jared's going to be on next time we do this.
Yeah, we gotta bring him back on.
Fiction, I got nothing. Dick got 1. Frank got 1. Jared got nothing as well.
Jared's real behind now.
So far behind. What is with that guy? So Dick, by proxy or by how the fuck do I say this? Why am I blanking on words? I'm trying to do the scorecard and do this. You're left with the bloody hand. Good luck with that thing.
All right.
Not by proxy, by when you eliminate everything else. Process of elimination.
Process of
You're left with
elimination.
the bloody
Yeah.
hand. Thank you.
Bloody Hand. It's a noir story where the detective was trying to figure out why a dead woman's been stabbed multiple times and a man who stabbed her is dead on the floor. So he figured she's got $1 million necklace on. He tried to steal the necklace. It's the husband. She died in a car accident 3 days prior. So in her will, she had the coffin made to a booby trap. So when he tries to steal the necklace, she gets stung by
You
a
were in
poison.
such a hurry to get through this thing.
Oh, it's because that's all. Well, yeah, it's terrible.
How about
And
the
so
fact
that's
that
it.
he talks like David Caruso? You're ignoring all those little details that make this wonderful.
Watch the live feed. Watch the Patreon.
It's not. We haven't been on Patreon.
Yeah,
for
I know.
So long. Adam died and Frank stopped contributing. There's no reason to be on Patreon.
There's no point. Yeah,
I deleted the whole platform.
he has to buy a new engine. He can't afford Patreon right now. But, yeah, that's it. And they didn't solve the mystery, so it was basically 2 dead corpses, and they couldn't figure out what happened, and they assumed it was just a suicide. It was a booby trap coffin, and he jumps off.
that, baby.
That's it.
All right,
So let's find out if it's fake or if not.
He's doing the Pink Floyd Stonehenges over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the scratches were the twist.
The wife's hand scratched his face. And so they were trying to make a point of saying she was alive and her spirit came after him. But it's like, you already poisoned him. What's the extra scratch going to do? You've already murdered him. He's dead.
She did a fucking national treasure amount of booby traps to this man.
Yes.
She has a little thing that comes out like a little viper, like
Yeah,
stabs him in the hand. And then she has a thing where he pulls it and she pops up like a fucking Jack in the Box.
Woo!
Throws her body at him.
Yeah.
And she still was like, no, fuck that guy.
And so he got
Scratch,
so pissed
scratch,
at her,
scratch.
He was so pissed at her that he stabbed her 50 times.
6.
Oh, was it 6?
He said 6.
Okay, fine.
Who stabs a dead body 6 times? Ow! Yeah.
No. That you did it wrong. Stabbing a dead body 6 times, to me, that's overkill. Wow! That's what it is.
Sorry.
That's how he did that show.
So bad. I know.
That's how that show was done.
Yep.
Or stabbed 6 times after she was already dead. That's just too stab happy. Wow! There's lots of bad puns and bad dialogue you use for this show. It's amazing.
Normally, when it's dead people, it's just nails in their coffin.
Wow!
Yeah. Okay. So we got 3 terrible puns there. Choose your best.
I'm gonna keep going.
Please don't.
Stabbed multiple times after she was dead. Looks like this bitch was dead on her feet.
No. I hear the widow had a lot of cats. She must have had cat scratch fever.
Wow! That's good. That's good.
All right. We both did 2. We're good. Frank,
All right,
you want to do 2? Are you good?
I'm good.
Let's find out if this is a.
I want Frank to do 2.
I'm good.
Let's find out if this is in fact.
I'm not the
fact or
virus.
fiction.
I'm not doing it.
Okay. Dick and I did fact. Frank, you just went against the grain just to catch up. You did fiction. And that is a good process when you're down all the points.
Yep. Well, since there was just 2 whatever they were in a row, this will be
2
true.
fiction.
Yeah, this will be true.
Yeah. Dick, right now, you have 20. I have 17. Frank, 4, along with Jared, a man who, I don't know if he's even real. Did I imagine him in a drunken stupor? I have no idea.
I think he's a myth. He's a fragment of your imagination.
Did I make the man up?
Negative.
Just like Grandpa Pedro.
I want Jared back on, though, next time. Let him know.
All right.
He was fun. He was a good contributor. Didn't have a lot to say and just chimed in. And when he did, it was funny. So
Jared's good people.
that's all you need. So let's go ahead and find out. Is this fact or fiction? I really, really hope it's
Tell me, number 1.
fact. Let's hope there's a wife this petty.
How did you judge the bizarre story of the wife who exacted revenge on her husband from her own coffin?
I believe it.
This one happened.
Hey, Ballard. Have you ever seen one like this before?
Never. Why would anybody stick a knife in a corpse?
6 times. And how did you
She's from the Russian part of South Africa, remember?
That was funny.
wind up on the floor?
Good question. She didn't just jump out of her coffin.
Wow!
What about the guy by the door?
Well, my guess, there's probably poison entered through the wound in his hand. We'll learn more after the autopsy.
What is that accent?
Go to look at the autopsy. Got poison in his
Oh, it's like an Irish.
She's Irish Polish.
She's doing the the John Travolta fanatic British accent.
Is it an Italian Irish?
Poppycock.
In his hand.
Like he's doing that. She's doing the accent from Fanatic.
No, that's Jewish Scottish.
Oh, she's doing John Travolta's accent that you just mentioned, plus his accent from the space movie,
Babylon or Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth.
Your favorite neighborhood bartender.
Your local friendly local bartender.
Oh my god!
And he throws off our host of Twilight Zone 2002.
Battlefield Earth was a Scientology movie.
Sure was. That's what I was trying to say. I can't think of the word.
I saw that instead of going to my junior prom.
You did the right thing.
Because I was not allowed to go to my junior prom.
But you're also a huge, most people don't know this, huge Barry Pepper fan.
I really am.
You are a
69, one of the
Pepper
greatest
fan.
movies ever made.
54?
69.
Oh, he's in 54 and 69 then.
Is he in 54?
I'm pretty sure he's in 54, right?
No, that was Ryan Phillippe.
I know that, but I thought he had a smaller role in that movie.
No, that was Mike Myers. I want to suck your cock. That's Studio 54.
All right, here we go.
According to our research, reports of this story actually exist.
Yeah!
In Europe around the time
Fuck
of the
you,
Great
Frank.
Depression.
You're never going to pass him.
Woo! I knew it. It was too goofy not to be true.
All right. So, with this being fact, It's too specific.
It hurts to be this good at this show. It's so pathetic. This is their only talent.
You're really way ahead of me. Shut the fuck up.
Getting beyond belief factor fiction correct. What a gift. What a gift.
Some people can play the piano like a savant. And
Yeah.
You can figure out beyond belief.
Some people can paint a scene.
You find a way to make money off this.
Yeah, there you go. Then you're
all you have
set.
to do is look it up. Not even the answers to the stories. Just look up the answers to the episodes. Just memorize them.
Yeah.
If there was a category for like the most nonsensical fucking shit to know, it'd be this.
That's what makes this game fun. God damn. Okay, so Frank, it's your turn for Where Have All the Heroes Gone? The cowboy one, if that helps.
God, I almost forgot that.
Yeah, me too.
What do I say about it? I mean, some asshole who used to star in westerns dies, and these
In
two
the 50s.
When these two other assholes start robbing his house
on the day of his funeral.
Yeah, and I guess he's buried outside his house, which is weird.
Yeah.
Then they go in, and the one's like a fanboy and swooning over everything. And then you know, Roy Rogers comes out and tells them they shouldn't be doing what they're doing, and then they run away. That's about it.
Yeah. They go to steal his silver saddle, and the guy's so methed head out, he goes, "We can melt this down and sell the silver for so much money." I'm like, sell the fucking saddle. Are you kidding me? He's a major star according to this episode.
Silver's not worth jack shit. I mean,
no, silver is high right now.
Right now in 2022,
yeah.
This is
2022, not 57. Yeah.
But the point is,
that's why they made silverware out of it.
like, I know memorabilia is not what it is now, but that still would be worth a lot of money.
Right.
Then you find the right person. You have to really search around. There's not like a fucking Craigslist to get, you know, random fuck my wife posts and HJs and parking lots, but you can definitely sell a saddle or two on there. So they had to like search around by making random phone calls, but take the initiative, guys. Come on. So I do want to point out, J. Michael Ferguson plays the guy who looks like Bill Paxton's son. He is in 30. He has 37 credits to his name. He's in Charmed. He's in his main credit is Return to Sender, where he plays Governor's Aide. Oh. And then he's in a little thing called Sex Sells, the making of something. And I found it here, the making of Touche. And this looks fascinating.
Is that John Lithgow on the camera?
It looks like John Cleese. I don't know.
John Cleese.
It's Bill Sutherland, apparently.
Oh, wow.
So he's like freaking 13 deep.
Lisa J.
8, 9. He's 9 deep.
So he's nowhere like his fellow co-star who's in a lot of good movies.
No. His co-star, though, we recognize immediately as Flea's younger brother. The guy's in 65 things, but they're all like
good.
8 Mile, Den of Thieves, Book of Eli, Jarhead. He's in
Cheddar Bob.
Yeah, he's in Midnight Text, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. You recognize him from Graceland TV show, Houdini, The Million Ways to Die in the West, Criminal Minds.
You just said 8 Miles, Cheddar Bob. That's all you need to say.
Yeah, well, the Book of Eli is all you really need.
Yeah,
he's in Rescue Dawn.
You go get it all the pussy.
You, Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac.
Oh my God,
he's in
Fuck the 313.
ER, an episode, The Others, whatever that is. Nash Bridges. So he worked with Cheech. That's good to know.
Yeah. And Don Johnson.
And he's in, okay, I thought it was 3, but this is also a listing of this individual episode. So he's in 2 of these. Walker, Texas Rangers, one of his first roles. So he worked with him. You know, he worked with.
It was a great Chuck Norris.
All you need is Chuck Norris in your resume, right?
Yeah, that's all I say.
Pacific Blue, Felicity. But he's in a bunch of stuff. You recognize this man.
He's a worker.
He's in a ton of stuff.
Well, he's got that look. He could be an evil biker rapist or an evil white supremacist rapist.
Yeah. He could also be apparently some 41 rapist, according to this episode, because this episode is from July 28th of 2000.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it's the next decade, and therefore he had to cut his hair out right after this.
Shit.
After Sum 41 was done, he's like, oh shit.
How time flies.
Right? It's just 22 years ago, guys.
Wow.
The people on my Facebook page right now are talking about our 20th anniversary, which is this year for high school. I'm like, okay, let's do this.
Not mine. We don't give a shit. None of them want to do
You're past it. You two guys are past it.
Oh, I know. They never did it. We never had one.
Yeah, 25 makes more sense to me than 20.
We had an 11th year one.
Yeah, we had one at 11. Yeah.
11?
Well, because they didn't do a 10th, and we only had like literally about 10% of the class showed up.
We had a 10-year, and I went to it, and it was like at a barn beside a lake, and it was like all these, Paps and Bush Light. I'm like, where the fuck are we?
You're basically it was high school. You went back to high school for your graduation.
I never hung out at places like that in high school.
It sounds like a high school party.
We would drive to a city and hang out. I don't know. Maybe that's people who live there still throwing those parties. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I could care less about my high school.
So where have all the heroes gone? Well, you guys live close to your high schools, don't you?
I do.
Both of you?
Yeah.
How close do you guys live to your high school, miles wise?
Oh, fucking 6.
Yeah, about 10.
Maybe 8.
I'm like 2,600 miles from my high school.
Yeah, you're another state ass.
I'm across the fucking country.
Yeah, so there you go. Congratulations.
I never paid attention to who was in high school with me. So people commenting, I'm like, who the fuck?
Who are you?
Like, no, I kind of remember a human like you.
It's me, it's Stiggy.
It's not because I thought I would be better than them. It's just like I knew I'm not going to be here. The second I graduate, I'm the fuck out of here. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm superior. No, I don't care. But 6 miles, really, Dick?
Roughly,
Frank,
maybe 5.
Frank, what was your answer?
10.
You know what? I'll find out right now.
I don't even want to. I'm like, oh my God.
It's going to be sad. It's going to be real sad. It's going to make me cry. I got away from it for a time.
I'll look up exactly how many miles I am. I am 1,953.2 miles from my high school right now.
You got me beat.
That's if you drive.
As opposed to
flying.
Oh, I thought you meant like underground.
No. Yeah.
I'm
if
kidding.
you travel as some sort of subterranean creature, it's definitely a lot quick.
If you were a graboid.
Graboids is going to be a lot longer because you fight Kevin Bacon for a while and lose. But you fight Burt Gunner for a while for several sequels. Now, you're Graboid.
And somehow in the Arctic. I don't know how that works.
All right, I got the
Old
exact.
West and Burt Gunner's still there.
The exact measurement: 3.5 miles.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
3.5 miles.
And what's funny is when I went to high school, I lived like 25 miles away. I lived down in the country.
Wow, on your almond farm.
Well, we didn't have the almond farm then, and that was Grandpa's. That wasn't ours.
Oh, okay. You weren't there yet.
It's gone now. We tore it out.
You told me that.
Yeah, it's all gone now.
You sell to the man. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out. Dick and Frank voted fact. I voted fiction. I also wrote a note that I called this cowboy hero. I wrote Gas Cummers. What was his real name? I don't even know.
I don't know.
It was, oh God. Fuck it. Lash Connors. Lash Connors.
Oh, Lash Connors.
And we were joking that he might have Dick said the ghost might have been his, secret Hollywood gay boyfriend. Living in the back.
Yeah, for sure.
Why don't you get out of here? Okay.
Or stay. Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah, walking the Zeds. Oh, that's the next episode.
Do you want to sit on a saddle?
It's
You're
silver.
looking at it. It hurts.
If you push a button, it goes.
You're going to get stabbed with something. You're going to get stabbed.
Okay, let's find out. You guys said fact. I said fiction.
This one's a wild card. I really have no clue what this could be.
I don't know why I said fiction.
There's no logic. You might be right. I think you might be right.
What did you make of the mysterious ghost of the cowboy hero who returned to set two young men on the right path? Fact or fancy?
Window's closed. Who closed the window? Oh, man, I never touched it.
They look like they're out of Titus.
Man, what is happening?
Kind of surprised he wasn't a guest star on Titus.
Somebody's coming.
I wish he just had his dick hanging out under his chaps.
Chaplain. That's all he's got on his chaps.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Welcome to hell. It's heaven for me.
Welcome to West Hollywood.
This story was actually based on a similar event that took place during the 1950s.
Wow! Holy shit!
I took a leap on that one.
You see that? You see, it was too similar to the Superman.
Fuck you,
episode.
Jared.
Yeah, Frank's ahead now.
No, he's not.
No, I mean Frank's ahead of Harry. Jared.
No, Frank's. Oh, fuck! I'm wrong. God damn it!
Yeah.
I got excited thinking I said the other one.
No, you were wrong on this one.
I know I'm wrong. Now I realize that.
Yeah, that's all right.
You passed Jared finally. Good job, guys.
Yay! Yay!
All right, I will discuss.
Fuck you, Jared.
This will take me 5 seconds, and man, I really thought I voted the other way on that one.
Well, again, that one was so ridiculous. It could have went either way so easily. Like they could have just said, "Nah, it's based on the Superman when he shot himself, and there was maybe a ghost of George Reeves somewhere." And it's like,
Yeah.
no.
Well, it was. He didn't kill himself. There's a whole movie about it. Okay?
Yeah, it's no, but he did kill himself. That's what happened.
There's a whole movie about it with Ben Affleck. Okay.
Yeah, he did kill himself. That was the conclusion.
Oh, I didn't see the movie because I'm.
It's actually not a bad movie.
Yeah, I will never watch it.
That's a good movie. Because they want me in a red fucking suit. That's the movie that brought Ben Affleck back. Like that movie is what saved his
You could
career.
say that about 7 movies, and it's all true.
not Reindeer Games.
No, Reindeer Games is what. And then it was Geely.
Geely really fucked him up.
And then he came back, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah."
He's got a roller coaster career. It's fun.
Because Live by Night was a piece of shit.
His only directed movie that I haven't seen.
Yeah, that's not a piece of it. Not very good.
The Town is fantastic.
Love The Town. Love Gone Baby Gone.
Argo's good.
Argo's good.
Somehow won Best Picture.
Because Hollywood gives awards to itself when it's making itself look good. That's all
Yeah,
that
that's why I
was.
followed the fucking artist.
Yeah, that's all that was.
Okay, so War or Surplus is our last episode. It's a young couple. She's bitching at him about not giving her enough money.
Venus de Milo.
She's Venus de Milo Thompson. I have her name.
Yes, that's correct.
Venus de Milo Thomas.
Thomas.
Who is in her name is Venus de Milo Thompson. Or Thomas, sorry. She's in Salute Your Shorts, Family Matters, Sister, and Life, which I fucking love this movie.
Methinks it's a fake name.
Yeah, you think? Veronica Mars, The Bold and the Beautiful are 18 episodes.
Oh, that's a
She's
big...
in season 1, episode 3,811.
Shit.
God damn. The Hughleys, which is a fun show. Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. She's only in 5 episodes of Family Matters, though. It's Casey. Salute Your Shorts. She's in 26 episodes, so she was an actual cast member of that show. Parker Lewis Can't Lose, Dick. We always bring that show up.
Wow.
My So-Called Life.
Oh.
There you go. 2 episodes of that.
Wow.
She was
lately what she's doing.
Joint waitress in Life. I don't remember. She's in Frost, which is completed, which is this.
Oh.
A wolf involved with a zombie.
Uh-oh.
Is that a zombie Jessica Biel? What am I looking at here? Does it look like Jessica Biel?
It does look like Jessica Biel.
Looks like her.
When hell freezes over. No, Vernon Wells. Oh God, it's the
Vernon Wells is dead.
Shadow as the wolf.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Vernon Wells is the guy from.
That's the wolf who played Ghost.
Vern Troyer's dead, Dick. That's who
Vernon
you're
Wells.
confusing with. He's from Commando,
Commando,
Rogue Warrior, Weird
yeah,
Science,
yeah.
Inner Space.
That's Ghost from Game of Thrones.
I'm
I
sorry.
have a question. Is Inner Space an underrated movie?
Yes.
It used to always be on like T or ABC or USA, one of those channels.
Good old Joe Dante.
It used to always be on though. Martin Short, Dennis Quaid.
Yep.
It's a fine movie.
Is The Boys season 3 out?
Soon.
I haven't seen a single second of that show.
June 5th.
This woman worked with the Urkel. Come on. Anyway, she's bitching at him about not making money. He's like, I'll make money. I'll think of a way. I'll figure it out. And then he slams on his brakes while they're going 6.5 miles an hour on the parking side of the street.
He parked in a spot on the road, and
you expect like a
right.
Yeah. He parks, but instead he goes, and he stopped.
I would just ran the guy over. I would have ran the guy over.
Yeah, Frank, of course. Well, he wasn't a parked car. You would have been fine.
I've never hit a parked car. Where does this come from?
I thought you said you ever 5 parked cars.
No, I never hit any car. It was always a tree or something.
Oh, okay, it's a tree.
Frank,
or people.
Think.
What?
You never hit a parked car before?
Were you in the car with him?
No. Mm.
You told me you hit a parked car once.
Oh yeah, once. I forgot about that one.
Fantastic.
I was gonna say you told me like 2 years ago. I want to say. You hit a parked car. Is it true or not? Did you hit a parked car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
I didn't see that. I didn't see it.
My friend used to fall asleep. A friend from high school. He used to fall asleep while driving, which is a really bad habit. I don't know if you know that or not.
I'm aware.
And he had his trunk full of pots and pans for his mom. And he crashed the car, never woke up, and died. No, he's still alive. Sorry. No, he woke up and to the guy yelling at him, like, you hit my fucking parked car. Like, what? And his pots and pans were all over the street. They just went shh. And he's like, I don't know how I lived. Like, those are cast iron. They went through the windshield. I don't know how I lived.
Hey, you want to see something meta?
He's like, I was so asleep that nothing fazed me.
This is the live stream right now.
Oh God, this is the unbearable weight of massive or unlistenable podcasts.
That's right.
Okay, so he sees his dad in army surplus or an army attire. He and his girlfriend doesn't see him. He gets out of the car, chases him inside the surplus store, and they're running wild in there like it's the scene from Splash or something, or Mannequin rather. And they're chasing around in there, and they're like, oh my, it's like 2 fucking aisles, and one of them is like a weird zombie mannequin. What the fuck was that thing? What was really that?
Creepy. That was creepy as shit.
It was creepy.
That's real scary.
And then he sees a parachute that's all the way to the ground, and he walks in there and he goes, huh, and he goes,
Dad!
Sucks up to the ceiling because he saw his dad's shadow. We got Zed working in the back. It looks like Zed's rape factory. And then he follows back and he sees his dad's army attire with his name on there. What rank was he, Frank? I'm not good at ranks.
Sergeant first class.
Okay. So he looks in the pocket, he sees a paperwork, and immediately I knew what the fuck it was. I was wrong on exactly what it was, but it was the same idea. He got an insurance policy on his mom who recently died for $100,000, and they cash it out with interest. Which an insurance policy does not know what interest is. It's not a fucking loan. Why would they pay interest? No.
And like what he spent $5 on $100,000.
He died in 1990. He bought it the day or like a month before he died. They said, like right before he left.
But if anything, they should have got one on him going to war and all.
You know why they wouldn't have interest on it? So you don't hold out for 20 fucking years and get the fucking thing cashed.
Exactly.
Right.
Why would they? I've never heard. It pisses me off. I'm sorry. It's just a stupid bit. It makes no sense.
No.
Frank and I could not get past it. Dick is very indifferent.
I mean, I did call it that his dad was dead the whole time.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, clearly when he saw his ghost walk in front of the car, yeah.
That'll do it.
Well, I said he died in the war and all in the 90s.
Yeah. I thought they said 91, but maybe that was just you that said 91.
Well, yeah, I said 91 because that's when Desert Storm was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he died in 90.
Well, he had the Sandys on, so.
Episode sucks. It's boring. It doesn't go anywhere. And he gets money. It's one of those ones that involves money, so therefore I voted fact. Anything that involves money, I just vote fact. Frank, you also voted fact. Dick, you're the holdout saying fiction.
All right. Stand by it.
I'm going to go down a bunch of points here, aren't I? Shit. All right.
What did you make of the tale of the young?
I need to catch up because right now it's 21-19.
Ooh.
Oh, I did the wrong thing in the last episode. Sorry. There. 22-18. Am I right there? You said fact in the last episode. No, we both said fact.
Yeah.
Oh, the last one. I said fiction. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I got it right. Okay. I forget that I'm first on this sheet.
You started going against Dick because of me for some reason.
Yeah. Well, it's it's logical.
Young man who saw the image of his late father going into the war surplus.
Fact.
Dad,
Look at that thing.
where are you? Dad.
It has like the Nightmare on Elm Street metallic noise.
Yeah,
in
it
the
does.
background.
Yeah.
This story of a young man whose college education was paid for
Fuck,
by
it's
the
fiction.
unexplainable appearance of a ghost is inspired by an actual event.
Ah!
It happened to a young man in the Midwest in the early 90s.
Wow.
Frank.
That's pretty
Yay.
bad. That's pretty bad.
So, were you able to accurately label what was truth and what was falsehood tonight?
Kind of.
Or did the two concepts seem to blend into one?
Yes.
When we hold them up to the light, fact and fiction seem to have the same face. A face that fits the description beyond belief. I'm Jonathan Frakes.
The story entitled
Dick,
War
you only got one
Surplus
wong
is
tonight.
true,
It was
based
that
upon
one.
Yeah.
research conducted by
I got
author Robert
3 right.
Trailers.
Frank
For
got
Beyond
3
Belief,
right.
Fact or fiction, this is Don LaFontaine.
See, that's the thing. That was the thing. It's the basic thread is the truth. Like it happened to a guy in the Midwest. So white guy, soldier. They found a army surplus.
Hold on.
Army surplus.
Were you including the fact that they're black in this episode against the storyline?
Well, that's going to throw you off in the fiction. It was.
Why does that impact your decision making at all?
Because
they're black. They're liars. No.
Because no.
What the fuck?
No, because it was probably this. He found like a guy in the Midwest found his dad's insurance policy in a drawer of the house that they used to own, and it was like that's it. And then they just made up the soldier shit.
They announced at the end what they found.
No, they just said it was in the Midwest. Happened in the Midwest. That was his surmise.
I couldn't hear what they said.
He just said it's based on a story of a man who found something in the Midwest similar to this, but like they don't go into details at all.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I jumped away.
Somebody's coming. Dogs and cats living together.
Mass hysteria.
Is inspired by an actual event.
Okay, here we go.
It happened to a young man in the Midwest in the early 90s.
No, right after this. Right after this. Listen.
So, were you able to?
No, after this, they say it.
There's nothing after this, Frank.
Yes, there is. Don LaFontaine says it.
Falsehood tonight?
Oh,
or did the
okay.
two concepts seem to blend into one? When we hold them up to the light, fact and fiction,
it's bullshit.
Seem to have the same face. A face that fits the description beyond belief. I'm Jonathan Frakes.
The story entitled War Surplus is true, based upon first-hand research conducted by author Robert Trailers for Beyond Belief. Fact or
That's literally all he says.
That's
He love that one story.
I couldn't hear him. I'm just saying.
Well, no, that's what I mean. It's like it probably was a guy like in the Midwest. He found something in a drawer, and it was like it was the insurance policy, and there's the story, and you just write a fiction around it. It's just like, who do we got? Who do you know that could work on Tuesday? I got Venus. Venus can work on Tuesday. Okay, let's get her in for this part. We'll write around her and make it work for her.
So, after 7 episodes of this show,
wow.
I've been around for 7. Dick, you've been around for 7. Frank, you've done 3.5, which is half as many as us.
It's amazing.
Dick has 22. I have 19, so we separated ourselves by another point.
Yep.
Frank has 6.
Fuck you, Jared.
Yeah, there you go.
Jared has 4. Next time, I want Jared on.
I went 3 for 5. It's amazing.
Yeah. Good job.
And I totally abandoned what I would have picked.
Because all you want to do is go fiction.
This is bullshit.
No.
All of it lies.
This show was never real.
Yeah, it's not real shit. Yeah.
And I don't blame you on that theory, but you have to suspend your own prejudices.
Always remember that Roadhouse was based on a true story.
Yeah.
So there you
Fargo
go.
wasn't. No, they lie to you about it.
No, Argo was based. Fargo. Yeah, Fargo and Argo. Argo is a true story. Fargo, not a true story.
I said Fargo.
I know, but we were talking about Argo earlier.
It's a big difference between based and the other one is inspired.
Right, exactly. But they don't care.
No, but
about
they also don't have to tell you the truth. They're not like legally bound to tell you this.
No,
this
it's
factual story.
They're not selling something. Like
no, it's not the FDA and charge of the shit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So our next episode is next week on this. Oh no, I can't be here on the 7th. We have to change the date on that because UFC. I'm going to UFC here in Phoenix next week. So maybe we'll do Friday or Sunday. Which day works better for you guys?
Sunday.
Either day. Sunday's fine. Wait, next Sunday?
Yes.
May 8th?
Yes.
Yeah, 6:00 should be fine after 6.
Okay. It'll be Inside Number 9 and Beyond Belief.
Okay.
Fact or fiction.
Sounds good.
Okay, so until next time, and in the meantime, I'm second place, Phoenix West.
Dick with the first in his fucking fists.
Thanks.
You can say third place now.
Yeah. Fuck you, Jared.
Say
third place, bitch.
Third place, Frank Lakes.
So long, citizens.
Oh yeah.
Did that record any of that? So
right now, first.
Well, it's showing me like white lines, like the guy's dead.
White lines.
But it recorded everything. So,
well, have fun with Nick Cage, right?
Do you not want to be there for us and ask questions?
No.
We're recording now. Fuck you then.
Fuck you.
I only started the episode for you. You can't do that. Okay, fine. That's cool, man.
Well, I can make a phone call. I'll jump back on.
All right.
All right.
Fuck you too. Sorry, what happened?
No, I got all the trivia up for the movie.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom again.
Yeah, I will too. Let's take a little.
We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be ready in 1 second.
Lies.
I took a pee that turned into a poo.
Yeah.
That's literally what happened.
Oh! I was
peeing, and I was like, "Oh no!" Yeah, there you go. That's never happened during a live show before.
The unbearable weight of shit.
A massive poop. I was just like, do. Oh my god! Out of nowhere.
Oh!
Yeah, it was suddenly an emergency.
Oh, ye gods! Well, I sent Remco the link to this episode.
Oh, good. Okay.
In the Instagram. Man, I don't know if you even go to Instagram anymore, but we'll see. What are you guys doing?
He's not Indian.
I know, but that's how he talks.
All right.
That's
so
what anybody says.
Camera's on. Change the background real quick. This show I take seriously.
This one, change the background. Your background got Jonathan Frakes still.
I know, that's what I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
I had one for this. Where the fuck did it go? It deleted it. Great. Okay, let's change it to this. 1 second, please. Nope, not that folder.
Wow.
Not one I wanted at all. StreamYard.
Or
B&B. I have so many folders because I'm so organized that I almost get lost sometimes. Should I go with the classic one or this?
This.
Hold on. There it is.
There you go. I know what the hell it is. Kind of. It's not that great. It's, I don't know. There's got to be a better one than that. No! Use the one where he's got the two golden guns from Face Off. You got that picture?
Let's see.
That's the best part of the movie.
Add a background. Two golden guns. This one. It's the only one I have. I only got a couple screenshots from this movie.
That's not terrible.
You can't see them. It's terrible. This is worse.
It's just, I don't know.
This is an arm.
I don't know anymore. It's not even Pedro Pascal's arm, or is it? It is.
See if this one works at all with the sizing of the background.
No.
That works better. There.
That's somewhat better.
Yeah, somewhat. I'll take that somewhat.
I'm talking to Tiffany.
Okay, it's this or the water one.
I'm talking to Tiffany Haddish.
Which one works better?
That's fine.
This one works better than the water one, right?
We got no point. We got no choice.
Okay, so let's delete the last episode.
Delete it?
I already saved it, so I have to change my preferences because nothing changed, so of course I have to. And I'm back to what I had before. And let me cue up the video because I'm just going to start the video right off the bat here. Hello, citizens. Welcome to B-Movie Battle, episode 64, Nick Cage Cast 42 for the unbearable weight of massive talent from 2022. I am, unfortunately, Phoenix West.
Yeah, this is a brand new film.
The first Nick Cage movie I've seen in the theater since Matchstick Men, I believe.
That's a long stretch.
That was like 2003, I want to say.
It was 2003.
That was 19 years ago.
That's a good movie. Matchstick Men is a very good movie.
Not great, but good.
It's very good. It's a very good movie.
Solid movie. Sam Rockwell.
Yep.
You got that one girl who's in it who's
Who
weird
disappeared
now.
forever. She disappeared, and you don't know what the hell she's in.
And
she was in
then
that Sam Raimi movie, and she never was seen again.
And I haven't seen the movie since the theater, so I've only seen it once.
Oh.
I remember he had a weird tick, and Sam Rockwell was the bad guy.
He had every kind of anxiety in the book because it was the guilt he had from being a con man, and that's what we find out, and that's why it's a nice morality tale.
And Sam Rockwell fucks him over.
Yes,
something about a plant. Literally a plant.
No.
No. Okay.
Nope.
I thought he hid something in a plant at one point.
No, there was he had a dog. He has a dog that he puts his money in.
A tiny little dog.
A tiny little bulldog that he puts his money in, and he took it out and he gives it to him, and all that money is gone. And Nick Cage throughout the movie is slowly falling in love with a checkout girl. At the end of the movie, he's working at a rug store.
Oh, okay.
It's great. It's a good
we have
movie.
yet to discuss the movie on the show.
Oh, that movie.
Yeah, we will eventually. But so this is the first episode we've done in a while. Our last one was, I don't even remember. Kiss of Death.
Yes, Kiss of Death.
Kiss of Death. This is far superior to Kiss of Death. I do have some questions because this is the first Nick Cage movie I remember seeing trailers for in a very long time.
Well, this is the meta Nick Cage, N-I-C-K Nick Cage movie. The N-I-C is a different. Yes. So again,
I've been saying all week, I have a date with my wife to go see Date with Nikki C. I've been saying.
It's good stuff.
That's how I'm calling Nick Cage from now on, Nikki C.
But would you say like, was this too meta or not enough meta?
It was exactly as meta as I expected.
Okay.
The problem is Nick Cage is already in a movie that's perfectly meta. That's what ruins this movie a little bit for me.
Zandalay.
Yes, and adaptation.
Yes. There
adaptation is perfectly meta. Crafted. Yes. It's like a little sculpture inside of a matchstick. Like someone doing there and like with a fucking like jeweler's loop and was like, and they crafted this perfectly meta thing. And this is like a big, broad meta comedy for the theater. An adaptation is my favorite Nick Cage movie. I've never shied away from saying that. It's a little junior version of that. It's like the Junior Whopper. It's like a little, it's cute. But it has the exact same twist, which is spoiler alerts if you haven't seen it, obviously. But it's the exact same twist. He ends up writing the movie that they're in with Pedro Pascal. And I called that the second they started talking about a script. I'm like,
well, sure, yeah. Movie. Absolutely. And did you call the moment where he goes, Nick, you cannot get inside that room, Nick. You got to get inside that room. And he goes, I need to see inside this room. Are you sure, Nick? If you see what's inside this room, we may not be friends anymore.
I actually didn't.
You didn't? I knew, right? I was like, oh, it's going to be a shrine. It'd be hilarious if it's shrine Nick Cage. And the best part of that scene is he's got your pillow in there. That pillow makes an appearance.
How dare he
it's so
have
great.
This pillow?
That was the funniest shit. I died in the theater. I think I was the only person laughing at that because nobody got it.
Oh, me and my wife. Okay, we went and saw the movie. She started laughing a few seconds before I did because she was kind of guessing where it was going. I was like, I don't know. I was waiting to see because I was invested in the storyline apparently. But the second they opened the door and they showed a corner of the poster, I was like, oh, it's this shrine. Like I knew before they revealed it.
Right.
Because I saw I'm like, I have a really good memory for posters. But I saw the National Treasure poster. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But he walks in, he goes, this is creepy. This to the poster. Dick.
Yeah.
And Pedro Pascal walks over. It's not creepy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was great. I loved it. That was probably my favorite part of the movie. Is when he takes him into the shrine.
Because I literally go, no, it's not my favorite part by far, but I literally go, that's the same pillow. And she goes, right? Because we were in the theater with the pillow.
No.
I was holding it, going, because I knew it.
This is so meta.
I had a feeling, and I think maybe I saw an image where they show his little room. I just didn't associate it in the moment that they showed the pillow. But I knew I had to bring the pillow. I didn't bring his mask, which I have.
And that was also in the movie. In his giant, the recreated Castor Troy life-size figure, who he goes, how much did that cost you? $6,000. And it was an awful.
I'll give you $15,000 for it right now. No.
No, I cannot sell this.
I love that Nick Cage goes, that's terrible.
Yeah.
How much did you pay for that? I'll give you 15. He over doubles the price.
Yeah. No, I cannot sell this, Nick. And again, they do the setup with the guns, which I thought, of course, they're going to set up and pay off the Chekhov's gun theory again. with the two golden guns from Face Off, which was funny.
I feel like I blew an opportunity to meet Nick Cage.
Oh my god!
Because do you remember I showed the guys in the chat a while ago? I think you were in there already. They were auctioning off everything in his little box there from Face Off.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think you told me
guns.
that. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, it literally was $6,000.
wow.
So I could have bought those, but I assumed it was going to go 6, 7, 50, 28. You know, skyrocket.
Oh sure, yeah.
So I was like, I'm out. So I could have had the thing where I go, yeah, you can be in the movie. Nick Cage has to come pick him up though, as the seller. You're like, yeah,
right.
you can take them all you want. I want Nick Cage here for 30 seconds for a handoff, just to say, what's up, man? Sign my pillow.
I'm not doing that. This is sick. That's a disgusting thing. I hate that thing.
Once you go in that room, you're not gonna look at me the same way.
Yeah. I think that was my favorite part of the movie.
We have not set up the movie at all.
I know, but
the reason is the story is the least important part of the movie.
Right.
It truly is.
Yeah.
But also the story as the movie goes along becomes more and more important, which I found interesting.
But tonally, I think it's all off. Tonally was kind of it's weird because
really?
Well, because I was thinking about this today, and I was like, it's supposed to be this comedy, and if you notice, Nick Cage never kills anybody in the movie.
He does.
He doesn't though. He shoots him in the shoulder. With the knife?
The tiny little dude at the end who's in front of the car, he shoots him in the back of the head.
Did he shoot him in the back of the head, or was that Nick Cage?
I was doing the same math the whole movie you were.
Okay,
but he does.
So that was the only time
he kills a couple guys in the basement. But I was like, maybe they lived. It reminded me of a lot. The ending scenes reminded me a lot of the new No Way to Die.
Right.
Or what's that new James Bond movie called?
Oh, the James Bond movie. Yeah, right.
But it reminded me a lot of that, where they're in the basement there.
Billie Eilish is a big fat pig.
It's a lot of dark, and it's the same exact set.
Right, yeah.
But Cage is shooting a couple of people to get them free. And then the one guy, the tiny little dude, blocks the car, and then Cage shoots him in the back or the back of the head.
Right, right.
He died. He clearly died.
No, you're right. I forgot. I thought the girl shot him. I couldn't remember.
No,
I remember she ran him over, and he does get shot in the back of the head because he's like, oh,
yeah,
because he ran over. Okay,
he gets back up, and then Cage shoots him. I was like, oh, Cage killed someone finally.
Yeah, well, because that was the thing.
Of death we saw.
Because it was just, I don't know if Nick Cage, because it's a meta Nick Cage, he didn't want to be seen being a murderer.
No,
in this sort of fake world.
And I love the fact. Okay, there's so many things I want to say about this movie because it is very meta, and also it's a enjoyable movie, like really enjoyable movie.
It was funny.
I had a blast this whole time.
It was fun.
Like it's not fantastic, but it is fun. Which is all you wanted out of this movie. All you want is like a solid laugh. I want to laugh during the movie, watch it. And it's a Judd Apatow movie. Like I want to laugh and then there's some serious moments and then it gets, I laugh again and blah, blah, blah.
Well, even the serious moments aren't serious.
Yes, but they're making fun of him. And
it's goofy. Yeah, the whole thing's just goofy.
And that's the first part I want to get to is how actual meta it is, because I expected to be meta as far as Nick Cage referring to the fans, like Pedro Pascal, like, I'm Nick Cage, okay. And they didn't do that. They didn't give you that satisfaction. He didn't tell him to go fuck off. He didn't tell him anything. He just played straight. You know,
I feel like Nick Cage would be that way.
Yes,
I don't think Nick Cage is an asshole. Yeah, I think he's a nice dude. He can handle fans.
Right now, I'm building a cake. So the base layer there, because there's certain levels I wanted to see. Would be in real life. What? We are on a delay here.
I said it was breaking up. Yeah, I think your internet was going out.
We're good now. But I said I'm building a cake. So the base level was Nick Cage just and his fans. I wanted to see how he handled that, and he handled it very well. It was not an issue with the movie. I expected him to be an asshole, like overly. I'm myself. I'm a comic version of myself. They didn't do that. They avoid all the stereotypes. I thought he was going to fall in love with the Hispanic girl who worked with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do that whole thing where he fucks her and it's like he gets jealous, and they didn't do any of that. So that was layer 2. I was like, oh, they didn't do any of that.
It's pretty simple.
Thank you.
The story's simple.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and that's
Because
fine.
They
Yeah,
try to do the
that's fine.
cliches. They avoid
Yeah.
all the cliches here. And then the next step I was looking forward to is how does Nick Cage handle being Nick Cage, accepting every role? And he made fun of himself plenty in that opening 35 minutes, I'd say.
Well,
It's
the
like him,
beginning,
his daughter. And
yeah. The first like 10 minutes of the movie is pretty much Nick Cage's Hollywood adventure, just trying to get a job, and he hasn't really worked in a while, and he's kind of worried. That's why they say, "Oh, you're gonna get paid $1 million to this birthday gig." Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to do a movie, and that's what set up the plot of the movie.
Well, they say
Is that
sorry? Go ahead. You're right.
no? It's just that he's going. He wants a role from David Gordon Green.
Yes.
Who's the
Who
cameo
did
director
Joe with him.
who did Joe with him, and he said that's the only director that ever directed me, the real me.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he said I want him in the movie for this character to react to.
Which, spoiler alert, is a movie I voted above this one.
No, Joe's
It's a
great
solid fucking movie.
Joe's a good movie.
Yeah.
Joe's really good. Yeah.
I would say
This
Joe is
yeah.
great. Joe is a great movie.
Joe's a great movie. Yeah, it is. It really is. I would say it's one of my favorite Nick Cage movies. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But again, what kind of killed Joe was it's sort of in the same vein as Mud. It kind of those two movies kind of tie in together, and they're both equally good with both equally good character performances by two actors, Matthew McConaughey and Nick Cage, and they're both kind of playing themselves in a way because I think Mud is very meta McConaughey.
But Mud was too far with that role.
Well, it goes.
real
Yeah,
simple.
Joe's more realistic. Mud is more Hollywood.
And this
Mud
is the guy who did the fucking Halloween movies.
Yeah,
And
Mud
this guy
has
kept
like
check.
Mud. Yeah, well, Joe was like the poor man's version of Mud, where it doesn't have a big shootout at the end, where it's not like it's the gang attack at the end where
Yeah,
it's
they're
like,
not in the Mississippi Delta.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's like they steal some money or I
They
forget
go
what
in a
Joe's
bridge.
about.
He's got to save his sister from being
Drugs.
raped by that guy.
Yeah, and
That's
then
all it was. Yeah,
he saves her, and then
he gets shot.
He goes
He
right
gets
back
shot
to
from
work.
behind. No, he dies.
No, but the kid goes like, yeah.
Yeah, he goes. He
He
to work
dies
for
like
another
falls
guy.
off the bridge. He like
Yeah,
replaces his dad. It's like a really sweet movie.
Yeah. The dad kills himself because he's like, I fucked up and I deserve to die, and he jumps off the bridge.
Yeah, and
And
Taylor
who's that?
Sheridan
Was
realizes he's his new dad, pretty much. Like he should take advice from him,
right? Yeah.
and that was it. That's
And
the whole
that's it,
movie.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
It's
you
a good
actually
movie.
give a shit about me. Meanwhile, my parents don't, and that's
Right,
really all
yeah.
the movie is.
Pretty much. Yeah.
It's simple as shit, and that's what I love. I love movies that are simple. Don't
Right.
overstay your welcome, and keep it. Don't go into the cliches territory.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking hate. But that
Right.
movie's like, there's no cliches involved.
Right.
It's
Well,
real.
this one's cliched.
Yeah.
There's cliches in this one, but again, but that's the other thing I want to talk about. We'll get to it later. Tonally, this movie is kind of all over the place. It doesn't know if it wants to be a fall down funny comedy or dramatic, because there's that scene where the CIA agents get murdered.
Let's put a pause there because we'll
Yeah.
go over tone later.
Yeah, that's
Put a
what I
pin
mean.
in that.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I want to get to some things first. I want to build on my cake here.
Yeah.
They didn't do a lot of the cliches you see in this movie. Like I said, didn't fuck his interest. It wasn't it wasn't a Scarface thing where he fucks his cousin's girlfriend or anything like that. They didn't. They avoided all that. They did do the cliche of he wants to get his family back.
Yes,
but it was so almost untouched upon that it worked.
Right.
Because he never said that it was his goal. And that's what it felt like. It was almost natural.
And here's the other meta thing. You know whose daughter is played by?
Yes.
Kate Beckinsale's daughter.
Yeah.
How fucked up is that?
She looks like, I don't know. She looks
She's
like
Martin Sheen. She's Michael Sheen. Martin Sheen. Michael Sheen and Kate Beckinsale's daughter.
Yeah.
Well, she looks more like Michael Sheen. She's probably got her mom's body, but Michael Sheen's face.
She's got these big old alien eyes.
She's got that Michael Sheen face.
Yeah. From Twilight.
I'm a serial offender in sexual misconduct, but nobody knows.
Is there
I
a
heard
hotter
stories
woman
about that
alive than
guy.
Kate Beckinsale though?
She's pretty good, but she went with Pete Davidson, so she drops down like a lot of points.
I think she drops up a couple points because I'm in Pete Davidson's wheelhouse.
No, you're not. You're much prettier than Pete Davidson.
I am. Exactly. I'm above.
Pete Davidson's awful.
People know
He's
his
an
name.
Awful monster.
That's the only difference.
Yeah, he's awful. No one likes that guy. I just don't. You must have a fucking 14-inch cock or something. I don't get it.
He does, but does Kate Beckinsale seem like a person who cares about that? She doesn't to me.
No, I think so. Kate Beckinsale is a fucking
Martin Sheen
sex addict.
Seem like I did it too.
No, Michael Sheen is like Michael Sheen's like a predator. I've heard stories about Michael Sheen. I'm surprised he did not get me too'd. I'm like amazed. He is like quintessential rumorville. Like they'll shut down a project because he fucked something. Like,
but I would look at
maniac.
When I was single, I would look at girls and go, all right, that's her ex-boyfriend, and that's her ex-boyfriend before that. There is no overlay with me.
Yeah,
I'm out. It's 2 6'3" black dudes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, not even gonna try. Not even.
No. I looked at her who she dated. Oh, he's a human being. I got no chance. I'm out.
Oh, he existed. No, I'm good.
She dated a real person. I'm out. I can't deal with it.
But can he type?
Fucking bitch.
Show me your panty line.
Kill me.
Really weird specified fetishes you have. I want PL. Show me your VPL.
I'll only go out with you if you have a tan line. And you have to have white nipple.
Kevin's is a crow. Or sorry, Kevin has servo on MST3K. We always say like, "Ooh, VPL, visible panty line." Oh my god! Maybe time. Okay.
What I wish this movie would have done though, I wish Ron Livingston would have been his agent, like in adaptation, instead of Sean Patrick Harris, whatever his name was.
Say adaptation one more fucking time. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind.
Adaptation.
Adaptation. The problem is it works both ways, and that's the point.
Yeah,
that's why Spike Jonze is the fucking smartest filmmaker alive. Because Stanley Kubrick's dead, but that's why he's the smartest filmmaker alive.
Yeah,
adaptation, both work.
Yeah,
so you're not wrong. I should give you that. I should give you
phonetically speaking, yes, but
it's that with a period.
Yeah, exactly. It's like sometimes I'll say Arabic, but then I'll say Arabic. Sometimes I get Arabic and Arabic, and I was like, "Oh fuck, it's Arabic." And I always say Arabic. It's just I don't know what it is.
Arabia beans. You're thinking of that.
Some words I have to say incorrectly first, and I'll say it correctly.
There's definitely some words I can't think of the top of my head here, but yeah,
it's just a tick. It's a tick I have. I don't know what it is.
You're matchstick man now.
Piss blood.
You ever beaten us? How would you piss blood? Oh, I had that.
I was hoping they'd have a Zanderlei reference, but it never happened. It came close, but it didn't happen.
Okay. While we're on the subject, and we are all over the place, I realize, and that's going to happen throughout this whole episode.
Of course.
I wanted more Face-Off references because I kept hearing how closely knitted this was to Face-Off.
Yes.
There was like 2.
Well, I guess originally Nick Cage, when they pitched this idea to him, he wanted to play the fan. He wanted to play.
I love this. I saw this too.
Yeah, he said it would be more interesting if he played the character that was in love with Nick Cage, because it just would be kind of funny how meta that would be if he could play the fan, and someone else would play Nick Cage. I thought that was kind of interesting, but I don't know how you pull that off.
See, I interpreted that story differently than you did, apparently. Because I saw the way I saw it was he wanted a lot of those same character things with his character.
Right.
I didn't read it like he wanted to actually take over the role. I read it as he wanted a lot of the same moments to be his.
Oh no, I think he wanted to be that part.
I would not put that past him, but that's the way I read that.
Right.
Because
originally, it wasn't supposed to be Pedro Pascal. It was supposed to be Dan Stevens, which that is interesting.
A couple things I want to say here.
Yeah.
First, when Nick Cage heard Pedro Pascal's taking over, he goes, "All right, never mind," because the man respected the fact that Pedro Pascal's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I love Pedro.
Pedro Pascal stole this movie away from Nick Cage.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
he's by far the best part of the movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
the man is phenomenal in this movie.
Yeah, I love
Every
Pedro
time they
Pascal.
show his face and his reactions, I started
He's
laughing
great.
so
Oh,
hard.
he's awesome. Yeah, I
He's
love
just-
Pedro. Yeah.
He's just smiling at Nick Cage, and he doesn't. The other stereotype I love that they avoided, while going back to the stereotypes they avoid, he wasn't the over. Remember that time he didn't do any of that. He shut his mouth. He wasn't Chris Farley from SNL. Remember that time you were in? He didn't do any of that, and I was like, thank you, because if this was anyone else and they did this script, it would be like that time you were in this.
Right.
He only brought up another movie he did when he talks about Guardian Tess. But that was,
that was funny, and that made me laugh because that was it was funny because it ties in his dad. He's doing his. It's a character moment where he's talking about it is expository, and you're setting up his character. And he says, "We never got along on anything except for one thing: Guardian Tess."
When you were watching Shirley
that
MacLaine's
was funny.
character,
Yeah.
That
was funny.
Yeah, but it's natural in the conversation.
Right, it works.
I feel like if anyone else did this movie, they would go, shoot him like you did in Con Air. Or, they would have to reference 1,000 movies a minute. And I feel like if I were to do this script, I feel like I would be guilty of that. Because I'm too big of a fan. And I would know all of those. And it's so hard to keep yourself from doing that. So I'm really glad they didn't. Only when they go inside his little weird shrine does he go from The Rock when he has the beads,
right?
Green bead balls.
Yeah.
The Rock. Remember?
It's very nonchalant. It's just like, that's from The Rock
because he's embarrassed.
I know
because Pedro Pascal's a great fucking actor, and he doesn't go like, oh, from the Rock. Remember when you and Sean Connery? He doesn't do any of that. Just from The Rock, and he moves on to the pillow.
Well,
he's he's like, it's not creepy.
He's smart enough to know playing it straight is the funny. That's why it's funny. That's why it works because you play it straight.
Subtle is what makes that scene.
Yeah,
because he goes, Cage himself is not playing. Because what normally would happen is Cage is playing a straight man. And, and Pedro Pascal, this is how every other writer in the world would do this. Pedro Pascal is the wacky character. Cage is a straight man.
Right.
That's how everyone would write that scene.
Right.
Pedro Pascal is being the crazy, loony, obsessed stalker. But what they did was they reversed that. Pedro Pascal is the straight man. He's going, no, it's not creepy. And he puts his pillow back. And then Nick Cage is like, how much did you pay for this? It looks terrible. He's playing the wacky guy, and that is what makes this movie like a raise, like an octave above where it would normally be.
Right.
That scene alone, like you said, is your favorite scene in the movie. That's the scene that made me go, oh, because they didn't do those things I was expecting.
Right.
And that's another layer of my cake that I'm mentioning.
No,
there's all these layers that I thought they were gonna do that they didn't do. And that's what I appreciate about this shit is meta is so easy to oversaturate and just do like so saccharine and
in speaking, did you like or dislike the younger Cage? That's his id. Did you like that, or do you think that was kind of weird?
That is the last thing in the world I expected to happen.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, they're really going for it." When that happened, when he's in the car, "You're Nick Cage, man.
No, the first
you're a
time
movie star, man."
Yeah, he turns out the car.
Yeah,
and he talks to his younger self, and it's like a Princess Leia in the end of Rogue One.
Well, it's much better because it looks real.
But I think they actually had Nick Cage do the lines, and then they like de-aged his face.
Well, I think he said, it's a deep fake. He just played, or I think it was another actor who played him, but then he did the face stuff, and they just recorded his face doing it.
The way I saw it,
the face, it's deep fake.
The way I saw that was Nick Cage was doing it, and then they just replaced his face with his own face.
Yeah, I think that's what they did.
That's what it looked like to me because
something like that,
Cage, the way he looks at himself is a little off.
Right.
Like the eye lines don't quite match up. So I was like, okay, there's nobody there.
Right.
And he did the other role.
Right. Yeah.
I could be wrong, obviously, but.
And then he kisses himself, which was funny. I laughed. I thought that was like, oh, that's interesting. That's funny.
The first scene is in the car.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's like cheering himself on, but he's
Right,
like,
yeah.
the first scene is after his daughter's birthday party. We got kicked out, right?
No, it's before that.
Before that, okay.
No,
I don't remember if it was before that.
no,
or
because
not.
it only happens 3 times because you have to do that. That's a joke that you do in 3s because it makes sense. So what happens is he well, maybe we should go through the beginning of the story to get it set up.
Go for it.
Nick Cage. Well, it opens with actually a girl getting kidnapped, watching Con Air, and it's just fucking Nick Cage smoking a joint. Yeah, and she gets taken, a la Taken, and you're like, well, what does this have to do with the movie? But you're like, whatever, it's going to be the opening, and then you flash to Hollywood. Nick Cage is trying to get apart with David Gordon Green, so he's having lunch. I guess originally it was supposed to be Quentin Tarantino.
He's like, there's everyone in the movie is supposed to be someone else.
Right, yes.
Tarantino was supposed to have a role, like you said.
And
Tiffany Haddish replaced someone else. Ike Barinholtz replaced someone else.
Right.
Everyone replaced someone else.
Yeah, and Dan
you
Stevens
know what?
was replaced by Pedro
Fucking
Pascal.
worked out.
Well, something must have happened. Maybe it was because what happened. So what basically happens is Neil Patrick Harris is his agent. He goes to see his agent, and I guess Neil Patrick Harris said Nick Cage, when he has his shirt off in the steam room, his tattoos are all covered with paint. Because in the movie version, real Nick Cage doesn't have tattoos, but the real Nick Cage has tattoos.
Yeah,
so that was the thing. And I guess he said the reason why he wanted to cover it because he goes, this Nick Cage hasn't been married so many times. That's why he wanted to get the tattoos covered because they're all his ex-wife's names.
Briefly touch on that, and then we'll get back to what you're doing. It is a movie version of Nick Cage, which is both way too wacky and crazy, and then Nick Cage, who in real life, who's also crazy, but he's been married way more, and he's less stable than in the movie.
Yes.
But he does make fun of himself by the fact that he quotes way too many like philosophers and stuff.
Yes.
Because Nick Cage interviews are infuriating because the man talks like that in real life.
I'm the kid. I'm the California kid.
Like, Nietzsche said that, you know, and he's like, he just quotes Nietzsche said, and he's one of those guys that just like he's read because he's had a lot of free time.
Yeah,
and that's him in real life, and that's him in this movie. He makes fun of himself for real. It's not just him making fun of him like his movie version. He makes fun of himself for real.
And then he has his ex-Irish wife. His Irish ex-wife, who's funny. I did enjoy her character because she's just like, get the fuck out of here. She just couldn't stand him anymore, and she's not afraid to tell him to go fuck off and get out.
I also love the fact that before this movie was the Elvis trailer.
I missed the trailers because I got there late.
Oh, I wish I did because they revealed way too much about Doctor Strange and the multiverse of horror or whatever it's called.
Oh, really?
But they played Elvis, and I'm like, this movie looks terrible.
I guess you're saying Oscar movie, that one. Really?
Watch the trailer when we're done. It looks fucking awful.
Hey man, what's going on?
By the way, next week.
Oh, we gotta watch Elvis.
No, 3 weeks from now we're doing Elvis.
Oh, thank God, we got 3 weeks to watch.
John Carpenter's.
Shit, I gotta dust that one off.
But that looks better than this one.
On Amazon.
This one it's Baz Luhrmann, first of all.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I know that.
It looks like someone doing an SNL impression of Elvis. Like, oh, come on, honey. Like, you told us that just the whole movie.
No.
Like, that was an Elvis shtick. But he's like, come on, Priscilla, let's go down to... It's like, oh, my God.
Hey, hound dog.
Yeah. I ain't nothing about a hound dog. Let's go down to the Steak and Shake and get ourselves get shake.
Oh, man, we're something to eat, man. Come on. Give us some
yeah, like,
rolls,
it covers his whole life because it shows the Vegas parts. And I'm like... I do like Moulin Rouge. It's a fine movie. It's not great.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't like the DiCaprio bullshit.
Great Gatsby.
Great Gatsby was a little too far for me. It looks terrible. Australia I never saw.
That's another one of those like, what?
Nope. Baz Luhrmann, so 50-50 in my mind.
Right.
This looks terrible. I was watching this trailer being like, it seriously felt like an SNL skit. Like, it felt like it was making fun of what would you do if there's an Elvis movie. And I'm like, Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. That's what that looks like.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Is this what we're gonna have?
King.
Like every other
karate.
Baz Luhrmann movie has 55 cuts in 10 seconds. Where you're just like, oh, I have a seizure. Jesus Christ.
Baz Luhrmann did Taken 3 or Taken 2, whatever that's in.
Taken 3. Taken 3 is the worst. Oh man, that's bad. But no, Bosley, you watch Moulin Rouge or you watch any of his movies, he has like 20 cuts. And it's just like, holy shit, stop it. Stop. Hold the shot. Jesus Christ.
He holds it together by having those long pan-in shots to the scenes.
Kind of. He's afraid to hold a shot for like 20 seconds. He can't do it.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with that guy. But okay, so let's get back.
Yes.
Did I have a problem with the Nicky Cage parts? Because he plays Nick Cage with a K.
Yes.
No. Because I feel like maybe that's how Cage actually talks to himself.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah.
I don't doubt it at all.
Yeah.
And that the way I read that in the theater was Nick Cage going, "You have to be an artist still."
Right.
And we did, you mentioned on a previous podcast, not this one, but Nick Cage said he never phoned in a performance.
Right. That's what he's saying.
And I actually agree with him.
Yeah.
I make fun of the man all the time, and I love the man. But I don't think he's ever phoned it in. He has done movies for money, but he's never phoned in his performance. He's always been there like, I'm going to do something. Like, even if it's stupid, like that one where he's silent, versus the fucking robots.
Yeah. The Willy's Wonderland.
Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah.
That movie fucking sucks. But I didn't feel like he was faking it,
No. And also they make the case that they have the myth of him is that he's always in like financial trouble. The lowest he's ever been like in trouble is he's been worth $25 million. Like that was the lowest he's ever been like in trouble. So he's not nuts where he's like Johnny Depp spending. I think Nick Cage is smarter than that, and I think he just buys wacky stuff. And people like automatically will say, "Oh, he's just a weird spendthrift." It's like, I don't think he gets married a lot, and divorces cost money. So I think that has a lot to do with it.
He did that, but the way he spent his money was smart because he bought art and like you said, I saw something that said he spent $150,000 or $500,000 on dinosaur bones. I'm like,
right,
which he can resell for $650,000.
Well, sure, yeah, probably.
So there you go.
Yeah,
that's why he never was actually in debt when he had to pay his taxes.
And he has like a massive comic book collection that he sold for like millions of dollars. He had like Spider-Man #1. All the
he had one of
he had a bunch of
comic book collections ever.
And I think he still has some of it. Like he still collect. I'm sure he still probably bought them back when the price went down. He probably came back and bought them again. I don't think he's an idiot.
He's not an idiot.
No,
but the movie portrays him as a guy. He reminds me of his character in The Weatherman, which is a guy who has a good head, just cannot control his own life. He can't control the people around him. Like he tries so hard and he's successful in his field, but
you said Weatherman, I got upset, I had to leave the room.
Everything else around him, he just can't control. It's very similar to me to the Weatherman.
Right? Yeah.
It's not the real Nick Cage. The real Nick Cage is actually more of a disaster.
Yes,
because
he has a drinking problem.
The reason I brought up Elvis is he married Elvis's daughter.
Yes,
in real life.
Yes,
and he was obsessed with Elvis. Still is probably.
Oh, I don't.
He did a movie called Honeymoon in Vegas that we talked about, where he plays Elvis a little bit at the end. He skydives as the flying Elvises.
Come on, man, look at me, I'm Elvis.
That's why he does every 7th movie in Vegas. Now, why he does every 8th movie in New Orleans, I have no idea.
The food.
Must be.
And then, no, it's the food or the restaurant. He's always marrying a waitress. He always hooks up with a waitress. He's been doing the last 5 marriages, I think, were all waitresses.
No, this woman was a makeup artist.
I thought she was a waitress. No, in the movie, it's a makeup artist.
Yeah, she did his last actual marriage.
Was a waitress. Yeah.
He had Patricia Arquette.
Yes.
He had...
Lisa
before
Marie.
that was
Lisa Marie.
Lisa Marie Presley.
Yeah.
And then Patricia Arquette. And then he had another woman, I don't know. And then he had that Asian woman who I think he's married to now. So 4?
I know in the 80s I think he was married to somebody else too. I think he's been married a few times, about at least 6 times. Let's take a guess. Let's find out. How many times has Nick Cage, the real Nick Cage, has been married?
Patricia Arquette, 95 to 2000. What's this say? 2001. Lisa Marie Presley, 2002 to 2004. Here's the Asian girl, 2004 through 2016.
Okay.
Erica Koki, I think that was the like
That's the new one.
No.
That
was the 20-day one.
Oh,
he
Jesus.
just got married again to Riko Shibata.
There you go.
And that's the current one.
That was another waitress. I think the last three were waitresses.
I don't blame him.
No, well, why not? I'm sure he deals with it. He sees how actresses are. He's like, I can't deal with them crazy bitches.
He dated two people in their fucking primes.
Yes, that's what I'm going to say. Yeah. Right.
What do you want? Beyond that, you're like, fuck it. I'm done. Like, I get it. I'm not defending the man. I'm just saying I would do the exact same thing.
And I'm sure in the 80s he was like having a wonderful time.
And I'm hoping Alexandra Daddario is listening and she's like, you know what? She's right. Let's find a podcaster with semi-good looks.
She got married, so I think she's engaged to somebody.
Why don't you fuck off, Dick? Why don't you fuck
Hey,
off?
I got to deal with it too, okay? I can't sleep at night.
I can sleep.
I can sleep. Whoa!
True Detective. Season 1, episode 8. I don't know if that's the right number.
35 minutes, 42 seconds.
I'm Mr. Skin. 30 minutes, 45 seconds, and done. Sleep like a fucking baby. Alex.
Just like your Nick Cage intro.
That's me going to sleep every night.
Oh, baby.
My foamy froth all over my belly.
Take me away, Percy Jackson, and the
Let my chest and stomach hair soak up my juicy goodness as I fall asleep on my back.
Baby, baby, baby.
They become like white trees.
Oh, my God.
Little sperm babies on my chest.
Oh.
Where were we? You were describing the plot.
Nick Cage's marriages. No, so Nick Cage has a daughter in this movie, and Nick Cage realized has sons. He doesn't have a daughter. So that was what I was like. I was remember watching the movie. Does he even have a daughter? I was like, no, he doesn't. Because I almost thought
Cage. We have Metalhead son,
and he's a good dad. I know that because he supports his kids, and I said, while intents and purposes, they actually get along pretty good. Because he always talks about his son's albums and stuff. He's a good dad. He's a good artist. Yeah, he's an artsy fartsy dad, but I'm sure they have a good time together. He looks like a good dude. But he's having trouble with his daughter because he's trying to relate to the daughter, but it always goes back to him because he's the center of attention because he's the actor. And even the wife is like, Nick, you do this all the time. You got to figure your shit out and then maybe have a relationship. But what happened?
According to Cage, he owned the most haunted house in America. A home located in the French Quarter of New Orleans, Louisiana.
Well, there you go.
Now we know why every 8th
why is there. Yep.
Cage also sold his Action Comics #1 in an online auction managed by Heritage Auctions for record-breaking $2.16 million.
There you go.
To assist his paying his tax liens and other debts.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Cage purchased the comic in 1997 for $110,000.
Wow, that's a hell of a return on investment right there. Jesus. $110,000 to get $1.6 million for it. That's pretty fucking solid.
Yeah, Cage is arrested in New Orleans, French Quarter district on April 2011 for suspicion of domestic abuse, battery, disturbing peace, and public intoxication.
Yes, he does get drunk a lot in public, and that's a problem. He does have issues. He's got a lot of issues in reality.
But I honestly do not see him hitting someone.
No, I think that, I would say maybe he does that kung fu thing, but that's as far as he goes. And he does that a lot. Does he do that in this movie? No, he does this. He does that. I appreciate you with his rings. Which
I want to literally behind us right now.
Where the rings? Is that a real Nick Cage?
That's
thing?
definitely real Nick Cage.
That's
Nick
a real
Cage
Nick Cage
wears a lot of wild jackets and a lot of wild rings.
He's got the Johnny Depp scarf thing going on, but with jewelry, with rings and jackets. And he did do his own driving in Gone 60 Seconds. That is true.
Oh, here we go. So here's two. Okay, there's the same kids. Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Yes, it's his name.
That's him.
That's his name.
But I know the fact that his alternate version is credited as that.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was funny. Yeah.
So here's his kids. Okay, here we go. And everyone knows about Weston. He at least been like fucking like He used
That's
to be
like a
real
that's
dark
a
metal.
that's a normal picture of Weston. Like honestly, that's the most normal I've ever seen him look.
And here's his. So this is a
Kal-El?
Superman kid, Kal-El,
Kal-El, yeah,
Coppola Cage,
right.
and then we have
Who looks like an
Someone-
Asian Nicolas Cage.
this one about a while ago.
That's hilarious.
This is 2021.
Oh,
The
there you
City
go.
of Angels actor and his wife. That's what we're going off here.
That's hilarious.
All right, so yeah, there we go. So I only know he has 2 kids, those 2. Apparently there's a third, but I
think he just had a baby. So he just had a third kid.
it was never updated on Wikipedia, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, they haven't caught up yet. But yeah, I think his wife now is currently pregnant.
Okay. The man personally don't give a shit about. Honestly. Do what you want, don't give a shit.
Yeah.
The movies is what I care about and what you care
Of course.
about, right?
Yeah.
This movie, they really simplify his personal life. He has an ex-wife who's Irish.
Yeah.
She was the makeup person on his one, and Captain Corelli's mandolin.
That's right. Yeah, underrated film.
I just remember what that was.
It's underrated. It's underrated.
And he has a daughter, and that's
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
That's it. They keep it simple. Like I said, it's a movie version of his life, and the problem is the movie version of his life is like The Weatherman,
right.
where it's an updated version. It's actually a better version of his life. Adaptation, meanwhile, similar film story-wise, is a much worse version of Charlie Kaufman's life. He makes fun of himself so fucking hard in that movie that it's hard to look at this movie as a serious movie.
Right.
Because adaptation is far, far superior to this movie.
Well, adaptation is also directed by Spike Jones.
Yes. And written
by Charlie Kaufman. So again,
probably the best screenplay writer that's ever existed. I'll say that.
Well, one of them, yeah.
One of them, yeah.
No.
You can say one of them. That's fine.
Yeah.
I would say the best for me.
Well, I didn't see Synecdoche and I didn't see Human Nature, so I couldn't.
I've seen Human Nature.
Yeah.
Human Nature is good. Schenectady, I have not seen.
And I haven't seen his episodes of Dharma and Greg, so I can't be 100%.
I probably have. No, but filmmaker, film writer. I he did so many movies in a row that I just fucking love, and during a time that I was really growing up in film. So so he's up there. He's in my favorite. He's my top spot for writers. But this movie, I just felt like it was a Hollywood version of adaptation. It was what would the mass. They even say it in the movie. We have to add a plot element, so we add in the kidnapped daughter thing, and we have Tiffany Haddish being like, "What can you say to him to make him talk about the kidnapping of that girl?"
Right.
They think that Pedro Pascal kidnapped the girl,
right? Yeah,
and that's the whole point. Is him and Pedro Pascal start working on a script. Eventually, that script starts crossing the line into reality, which is, let's kidnap my daughter. Therefore, you can figure this out because I'm having troubles with my daughter. And Pedro Pascal reads that horribly wrong. And that's where it's like a sitcom. That's why I said it was earlier. Because Pedro Pascal goes, I got you. Okay, I don't agree with that, but
he flies his family to see him.
Immediately takes
the
his
next
family
day,
from California
the next day,
to whatever country they're in, Colombia. Who knows?
Well, here's the thing. Okay, I feel like this was shot in Nice. Like it does not look like it's the Central America, South America at all.
No, it's definitely
it's like Malta or Spain or somewhere in Europe. And I think that's the case because originally Dan Stevens is playing this character. So I feel like it was supposed to be like sort of an Eastern European Russian thing. And then Pedro is Hispanic, so they went more for the Central America drug lord thing.
It does not look like South America.
It is not South America. Yeah.
It looks like you said. It looks like south of France.
Yeah, it looks like Ronin. It looks like they're in Ronin.
It looks like a non-tropical getaway with a really the vistas are incredible, but it's not. It doesn't look like jungle to me. Like
it is not. Yeah, it's not South America.
Well, partially because Colombia, I don't believe, is on the ocean. Isn't it in the middle of the country? Like
no, it's in the middle. It's landlocked.
It's not in the middle, but it's landlocked, right?
No, yeah. Brazil is on the ocean.
Ecuador would be on the ocean.
Yeah.
Chile would be on the ocean, but Argentina, like any other country in South America except for Colombia.
I think Argentina is actually landlocked too.
I don't know, but
Buenos Aires is probably on the coast, though. Maybe I can't remember. Oh, maybe it's near the coast. I can't remember. The Falkland Islands. But yeah, so I mean,
Argentina is not landlocked.
It's not. Okay, it's on the coast.
On the East Coast.
I was thinking it was on the. Oh, it's on the East Coast. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking. Okay, so when he gets
Aaron Holtz.
Yes, he's in one scene, and I guess he was only there for 1 day or 2 days because he doesn't show up again.
He's in 3 scenes.
He dies off screen, and his body's there, but you never see his face.
It's not him.
It's not him, obviously. And I'm just like,
all I could think about was the fact that that's not like.
Did he leave this? Like, did something happen? They ran out of money, and they had he had just like 2 days to do anything, and that was it.
What the fuck would Ike Barinholtz be doing that was more important than this?
I don't know.
Mad TV's been off the air for 20 years.
Maybe he's doing Suicide Squad 2. Oh,
he
was in that.
He was in that actually fairly decent movie called The Hunt from what's his name? Blumhouse.
Oh, I still haven't seen that one.
Decent movie.
Yeah, anyone's
Ike Barinholtz is in it. Does a good job. He does a good job in that movie of script plus improv.
Right.
It works in that movie. In this movie,
it's all improv.
It's all improv, and it didn't work.
Improv. It's all right. Yeah.
The only part I laughed at when she goes, Tiffany Haddish is like undercover, and she's like, Nick Cage, I loved you in The Croods too.
Right. Yeah.
He's like, oh, thanks. Here's your signature, and he gives him the thing. And
yeah.
He goes, she's like, I got him. I had to do something. He was right there. So, did you see Croods 2? And he goes, no, I'm 40-5. Why would I see Croods 2? That's
why the fuck would I see Croods 2 for you? Yeah.
That was the only part I laughed at. Normally, I fucking love. I love Mike Barinholtz.
He's in it really quick. He's in the car. He's in a scene in the car, and then he's on the phone with him when he's trying to lay the camera in the mainframe room, and that's it. And he's out of the movie. So something
then he gets killed.
Something happened because even Tiffany Haddish replaced somebody else too. Yeah. Who did she replace? There was another actor that was a character actor, and they just replaced him last minute. Something must have happened.
Guy, I can look it up now.
And Tiffany Haddish was handpicked by Nick Cage, I guess. But it's like I didn't even realize that was Tiffany Haddish. I had never. I know who Tiffany Haddish is. I just don't remember what does she do, what she looks like, because I'm just like I forgot where she. I didn't realize that was her. And I was like, oh, she's fine, whatever. Anybody could have played that part. But what threw me out of the movie is she's in the movie for, a lot of it. She's actually in the movie more than I thought she was going to be. And she's kind of playing, she's the CIA person, blah, blah, agent. And then when they kill her character off.
Oh, I just read something.
Oh, what is it?
Sorry. I want you to continue right after this, but Nicolas Cage revealed that his character in The Weatherman is also a reflection of himself, including the divorce, relationship with his father, changing his last name, and public perception. So,
interesting.
Like I said, this is very closely related to The Weatherman, if any other movie in his catalog. But sorry, continue.
Right. No, and Tiffany Haddish is there. She's setting up. She's basically the exposition, and that's her role, and whatever. She's fine. And I felt weird because they're coming to get to her. He's going to see her to take his family back. So the CIA is going to take him out of there.
This is an interesting story, interesting trivia that it's obvious, but also didn't think about that. The third movie where Nick Cage plays two characters.
That's true.
Face Off adaptation than this one.
Right, because he plays the drug lord which I started fucking laughing out loud when he's in his makeup.
No,
he's like,
that would be 3, but no.
Hello!
Him and his younger version would be the 2.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, sorry.
I'm sorry. That's the only part that I had an issue with was like, if you're going to go full comedy, why do you have that second act? Because I know, the stakes got to be raised. It's going to be an action movie now. And they even mentioned it in the movie where they said the third act has to be the darker, action-packed, no holds barred action sequences. And it just turns to an action movie.
Do you know what that part reminded me of? 7 Psychopaths.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's exactly what Sam says in that scene.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you have to do a shootout. You have to have action. But it works a lot better in that movie This one I was just like, all right, here we go.
Because Abby Cornish runs in a white shirt in the rain, she gets shot up and she has giant breasts, and it's hilarious.
And the only part in this movie I laughed at was sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying giant breasts part. The part that I also laughed out loud at the very end of the movie where Nick Cage throws the knife and stabs the guy. His daughter runs to him and she's got big tits. They slow motion it.
They did.
It's just like it's ridiculous.
Her Demi Moore.
Yeah. And I was like, that's funny. I
was thinking of Austin Powers Goldmember right there with Tom
Cruise.
Yeah. Gwyneth Paltrow.
It was very goofy.
Yeah, they did that on purpose, and it was very Austin Powers Goldmember there.
Very, very, very obvious.
But as I was going to say, I read a couple things here. So, according to Cage, this is going back to Weatherman. This is not the first time Nicolas Cage played a fictionalized version of himself in a movie. His character in The Weatherman was a reflection of his movie star persona. David Gordon Green and Demi Moore replaced Quentin Tarantino and Angelina Jolie. Where's the? I know exactly what you're talking about. The Tiffany Haddish thing, and I can't find it.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was. It was somebody that was a character actor. Oh, I think it was the guy that played Richard Jewell.
Despite its long 6-word multi-syllable title, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent is not actually the longest title Nicolas Cage cinema movie. The longest one is Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans.
Granted.
However, the longest title of all Cage film productions was the actually made for television David Lynch Industrial Symphony No. 1, The Ballad of the Brokenhearted, which I've seen, and Nick Cage is in it for 3 seconds on a phone with Laura Dern.
Right, because it's the tie-in to Wild at Heart.
Yeah. Well, it's not the tie-in. It's just
a short or whatever.
Why can't I find this thing about Tiffany Haddish, who she replaced?
I think it was the guy that played Richard Jewell. That actor. I just can't remember his name.
According to Tiffany Haddish, she told Nicolas Cage a story about having sex while watching Face Off as their first time in a movie theater. Cage laughed about it, saying it was a symbol of their impending marriage.
Right. So she fucked in the theater for the first time?
I guess so.
For the first time having sex, period, in a
Cage
theater.
Was recommended Haddish by Paul Schrader, who he's done.
That's weird.
2 movies with.
Paul Schrader, that's an odd combo.
Dog Eat Dog and the New Orleans oil disaster movie, the Dying of the Light.
Jesus Christ, that's a stretch.
It's all in here.
Wow.
It's all in here, Dick. And then Paul Schrader directed a second version of the Dying of the Light called Dark, which is like the Dying of the Dark.
Oh, just like he did
Paul Schrader's,
just like The Exorcist. When
his version of how he wanted to do that movie.
Right, yeah.
So technically 3 movies with him, but okay, so when's Haddish come up next?
No, but like when her character gets killed.
Oh, Walter Hauser. So
yeah. So when her character gets killed, it's just like it kind of was just like I didn't like it because it's just like now you're going into like a weird dark territory, and I was like, if this is going to be full on like comedy, make it a comedy and nobody dies, you know. Don't go that. Don't try to make it like now it's serious and the and I guess that's part of the whole meta thing where like this is the third act, it's serious, but there's danger, the stakes are raised, but it's like if you're trying to incorporate the real world into this situation,
they're not.
Which they are in there now. They want it both ways, but it doesn't quite work for me. Like, that's the only problem I have is that they're trying to have both things work out, but it doesn't quite work.
The reason I didn't mind the third act, but also didn't love it, was because they did exactly what 7 Psychopaths did.
Right, yeah.
The third act has to be this grand gesture to the audience to say, we're resolving this, which is the reason it works in 7 Psychopaths is that's the fucking point.
Right.
Sam and Colin in that movie, their points of that is to write a screenplay. And that's the exact same thing in this movie.
Right.
They're trying to sell something to the audience, and that's why it shifts gears. And the third act of both movies is not nearly as funny or character-driven. But it worked in 7 Psychopaths because he was making fun of Hollywood.
Yes.
Here's your third act.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
No.
That's the fucking point. It works for It works for Martin's movie, not for this.
No.
This is, we need to have something big for the audience, and they even say that. The problem is the only joke in the third act was when Nick Cage is running and he swaps shoes in the truck.
Right, yeah.
And he's like, sorry, there's no ankle support in these shoes. That I laughed. My wife was laughing so hard. She goes, I'm about to pee. During that scene. She laughed for 6 minutes straight during the LSD scene. And I would agree. I haven't laughed that hard since the Wolf of Wall Street scene where they did the Quaaludes.
That I was gonna say, I wanted to bring that up. I just let the Marcus. I think I know the answer to this problem. We have to take LSD.
Yeah,
and Nick Cage, like, oh, fuck it. He just says, "Fuck it." He takes it, and he's just. That was funny. It was a funny part.
And it was funny following the scene where Nick Cage, he goes to do the super
wall?
secret undercover thing, and he goes into the
Yeah.
security room and he plugs in the USB things, and he's like,
right.
The security guard's coming. What do I do? And Tiffany Haddish is like, all right, you put the sticky thing in her hand, and you touch the guard, and it puts him unconscious. She doesn't tell him it's going to kill him.
Right. Yeah.
He goes, all right.
He goes,
fuck.
I think I just want myself in the face. Yeah,
I think I touched my lip. I don't know. Did you do it? I don't know. Oh fuck! I think I did. It's done very well.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh shit!"
And then he dies, and then she goes, "Action!" And he wakes up and he hits himself. And that was funny.
The scene works so goddamn well.
Yeah,
and then it does the next bit of like large humor, which is him and Pedro Pascal and LSD. They're driving around. They park in some clearly Italian village.
Yes, it's very. Yeah.
They look over and they see like a guy, and the guy next to him's like bald, but he kind of has long hair. He's like really red hair.
Yeah.
Nick Cage is doing it for instance, and he goes, "Well, let's just say you're doing a role. Like, for instance, those guys have been staring at us the whole time." And Pedro Pascal's like, "They have been. They are staring. Hold on, let me look again. They are staring at us." He's like, "No." All right, don't look. You gotta look around and then say.
Now laugh.
Do a fake laugh. That's what it
is. He looks at him directly.
I was laughing the whole time during this scene at Pedro Pascal's face because he sells everything.
Yeah, he's funny
during all the comedic bits.
Yeah,
the man is goddamn hilarious with his face.
Yeah. He's a good comedic actor.
God damn, he was great in that scene. And he's like, ah! He's like, oh no, and they run away. Yeah. Then they jump over that wall, and the whole scene is like they're doing two things right there.
Yeah.
One is the heightened fake heightened Hollywood stakes. Which Nick Cage, he lifts Nick Cage under the wall and he's like, oh, don't leave me.
Yeah.
I can't lift you. Let me go. And he falls.
I'm sorry.
The first time he drops, you see the slow motion, him falling all the way in his back.
Yeah.
But the second time is what made me laugh harder because he's holding him, and you see the angle from Cage's perspective where he lets him go.
Right.
And he's like, "Let me go," and he lets him go. And it cuts to Cage's face, and it cuts back to Pedro Pascal, and there's no difference, but he's standing on the ground already.
Yeah.
His hands still up in there. That's what made me laugh. Is there was no difference.
Yeah.
The wall is that small. It was like
the
a
wall bit was pretty good. Yeah, it was funny.
And he gets over it, and I'm like, I've seen the Naked Gun, I've seen all that. I know where this is going. He walks around the wall, and he's like, "Oh, I got around." And I'm like, "Yeah, I knew that. They're on drugs." I got in. I was like, I'd overstayed its welcome 15 seconds too long, and that's the problem for me for that scene. But my wife was she was almost peeing.
She loved it.
Like she fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Like she was, there was only 12. I counted. There was, so us, 2 more couples and 1 guy. So 7 people. She was so fucking loud watching this movie in the theater that she had to go. She almost peed herself because she was
laugh, have fun in the theater. You're supposed to. I always laugh.
She was so loud. I'm like, are you serious?
Oh, I laughed out loud at Rambo when he was killing everybody left and right. During that movie, people looked as like I was psyched out of my fucking mind, but I don't give a shit. That movie was hilarious. Rambo Last Blood is the funniest fucking movie ever. That movie's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's the movie where he shows up and just out of nowhere is like, I'm gonna. Oh, that's the one where he goes to Mexico.
Yeah, and it's
the
like
girl
the surrogate daughter dies.
And he drives her the 800 miles north back to the border.
Only
How
for
does
her
he
to
get through
die.
customs? Is beyond me with a dead body.
Oh, he's fucking. He drove around it. Remember, he drove around it. Remember, he cut the wire.
I just picture him killing people.
Oh no, it's just so fucking great. That
He
movie
built all these underground tunnels in Texas.
because
Only
of his
for them to
PTSD.
show up, all die, and then he still has to go to Mexico to recover a dead body. Like he still fails in that movie. Okay. I have all of those movies now, thanks to Adam.
Yes, very good.
In 4K.
Yeah, it's all fantastic.
So yeah. Except the
4K
new one.
glory.
He had that in HD.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a Blu-ray.
Yeah. But you know what this movie made me do though? Was I had done in months or in a year? I bought Fruit Loops. That one single. I love Fruit Loops. I love them.
Okay.
You eating the Fruit Loops?
I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So the whole time, Tiffany Haddish and Ike Barinholtz are representing like the CIA or whatever they're supposed to represent. They think that Pedro Pascal has kidnapped another guy's daughter who's running for election. The whole point of them kidnapping her is so he drops out of the race. Turns out Pedro Pascal, 3/4 of the way through the movie, did not kidnap her. His cousin is actually the one who's in charge.
No.
But because the cousin doesn't want to be, on the crosshairs on him, he has Pedro Pascal pretending like he's in the charge.
And his cousin is not Riz Ahmed, who kind of looks like Riz Ahmed, but it's not.
Yeah. The cousin was fine. I like the actor.
He's fine.
Yeah, he was there to do
He
a
was
job.
what he was supposed to do. Yeah, it's fine.
Did a solid job.
Yeah.
And but he threatens a cousin. He threatens Pedro Pascal over Fruit Loops.
Right. Yeah.
Eat these. I love
Yeah.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit
He
Loops.
makes him eat him. He's like, you either kill Cage. He's like, what is it? What was the ultimatum there?
No, I'm gonna
I'm
you
gonna
kill
kill
Cage.
you or you kill Cage.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
He's like, so one of you betrayed me. Because
Right.
he knows they all know the CIA is working with Cage.
Right.
There's a great scene where they all go out, and then Nick Cage and Pedro Pascal are driving out into the jungle, and they're just like each have their own guns because Cage's not going to grab the 2 gold guns from Face Off from this weird shrine. And they're just like, that's when they trade shoes and they're running around. He's like, I'm so sorry I have to do this. He's like, wait, you're going to kill me? He's like, wait, you're going to kill me? They do a whole thing there. It was funny.
Yeah.
It was all great. And then they run away. And that's when you see there's no ankle support. I can't run.
Yeah.
He's like, what it basically is sent to what it would basically equate to a penny loafers. I can't fucking run in these.
Yeah. Yes.
And Pedro Pascal has a great scene right there where he goes, all right, I'll run out there and I have the keys to the Jeep. I'll run out and get the keys, drive around, grab you because my cousin's after us.
Right.
And Cage is like, no. I'll do it. I'll do it. And for some reason he takes on the lead. He's like, all right, I'm going to go. Grab me the keys. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go. And Pedro Pascal's like, well, if you're going, I'm not going to stay here by myself. I'm going to go with you. He's like in love with him. So he just changes his mind that he's going to go together. Like that was his ultimate plan. Like that felt like it felt like he was just leading this conversation to go with him anyway.
Right.
He just has to do this little charade for no
reason. Did he say you did your own running in some movie? What was it?
He goes, they're talking about driving. You did your own driving in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
That's true. No, yeah. He goes, but you're the better driver.
Yeah.
You did all your driving because he says, yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll go grab, and he's like, I'll go with you. And it's like, that was your plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, that just watching as an audience member, but neither character says that out loud. And that's the parts I love. When Pedro Pascal is just like, I will not leave you for a second, Cage.
Right.
The ending is the ending.
Yeah, it's the typical, like, it basically, it reminded me of Bowfinger. There's a lot of Bowfinger in this movie, too. And it was like, I got you, sucker! That's the end. And Bowfinger, it felt like the same way in this one, where he throws the knife at the guy, and it's Nick Cage and Demi Moore and the daughter with the big titties run after him. And it's like ridiculous.
Harold Ramis.
Was it Harold Ramis' daughter? No. But, yeah, I mean, then it ends, and it basically ends where they set it up earlier, where they talk about like
Oz.
Nick Cage just wants to have a night where he just sits on the floor, watches movies with his family, and that's how he spends his days. And they do that at the end, and they have a great joke where they go, "What's your top 3 favorite movies?" And he goes, "Well, my first one has to be."
Oh yes, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot.
It has to be Face Off. What? Yeah, Face Off. And then, okay, what's your second favorite? Well, Paddington 2.
No, the second one is
No, the second one is
Technicolor.
yeah, that's right. And the first one is Paddington 2. What? I swear to God, I cried the whole time. It made me question myself as a man.
He's like, no, fuck you.
No.
I'm in the end credits, and he's like, shit,
it's cut to perfect time.
That movie was amazing.
Oh, it's amazing. He's crying. And then they're watching at the end of the movie. The daughter says, he goes, "Well, what movie do you want to watch, honey?" Paddington 2. And he goes, "Oh, right." It's like, oh, okay. So it's pretty nice full circle joke there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of setup and payoff in this movie, and that's what I appreciated. And it was a fun movie. But again, did you read about that deleted scene that they didn't put in the movie, but it's gonna be on the DVD or Blu-ray?
No.
Where he fights himself.
Oh, okay.
They did a whole sequence.
He goes to the bar in South America.
Right.
He looks over and he's talking to himself, and he's just like, "You are Nick fucking." He screams it, and then he's like, "We're gonna go out there and we're gonna get this done." And then he's like, "Cage's kiss is great." Something. Whatever.
I think that's what it was. But again, he sees him a third time and he punches him, right?
Yeah, he tells him to go away. He doesn't need it anymore.
So I get in the original version, they do this entire bit where it's a fight scene, and it takes place on a German expressionist set. So it's like Dr. Caligari set, and they're fighting each other. So I thought that'd be kind of interesting to see. I guess they did shoot it, and it's going to be on the Blu-ray, but it just wasn't. It was too long for the movie, I guess. That's why they changed it and rewrote it to be as simple as what they did in the movie. So I'm kind of curious to see the deleted scene.
Let's see if I can find one.
I don't think it's going to be online.
Hold on. Okay, here we go.
And apparently,
here it is. Here's one of them. Not
Lionsgate bought this movie.
I dare you to do your best impression. It can be of anything: a person, an animal, a machine.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole? Was that me?
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's pretty good, but you got to do it a little faster, and you really got to hit the A hard. It's like,
what do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
A-hole.
That's how he says it.
No.
Like, what do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole? What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole? No, it's not a question. You're just giving an escaped convict unearned time with his daughter before the feds bust in, and there's 15 VX nerve gas missiles pointed directly at San Francisco. Do it again. What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole? What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole? What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole? Cut the chit-chat a-hole. We cut the chit-chat a-hole. Chit-chat a-hole. Chit-chat a-hole. 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 What do you say? What do you say? Come do this, good speed. Fuck, Harry. What do you say? What do you say? What?
That's a line from The Rock too. The Godspeed thing.
Yeah. He's doing
this is a great scene. Why was this cut?
I can see why they cut it.
Still, this is great.
It's
this
funny, but
behind the scenes or something.
Well, I feel like the movie could have been
Yeah,
shorter.
music, beautiful. You got it.
That's why he's the best part of this movie.
Yeah, he's funny.
His facial expressions make this movie for me.
He's good.
I did see, if you look way above you over there, 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes, at first. I don't think it's 100% anymore.
Because it opened up to actual critics.
Yes.
As of now,
I think it's still pretty high, though. I think it's like it has to be 80s, right? Is it
7.6 on IMDb. This is where I give my rating.
Okay.
Let's cover the ending. It's very, very generic. It's like it almost felt like a dream sequence, the way it works out.
It's very much, it's very, very you have Pedro Pascal and him with his girl fight. Basically, she says, "I love you. I'll stay with you." Oh, really? And like, okay, and then they shoot the guys. But the thing is, I kind of wanted Pedro Pascal to have his ending with the cousin, and then Nick Cage is the one that does it, which is fine. But I kind of wanted the Pedro Pascal character to have closure with defeating his cousin.
Yeah,
and I felt like that would have been more interesting than having Nick Cage just at the embassy. He fights them, but then it cuts into the actual movie at the end of it on the premiere.
And like I said,
jump cuts to that.
The very ending is Austin Powers 3.
Yeah.
Where it's literally it cuts to the movie version that they're doing.
Yeah.
Instead of Fat Bastard walking up being like Subway joke, which Mike Myers came up with apparently, they do a Pedro Pascal, and they made the movie that they were writing together, which is the movie you watch, which is why I was like, oh, I've already seen this in adaptation.
Right,
I've already seen this. So they do it, and Pedro Pascal is there, and I was like, I was thinking to myself, it feels like Pedro Pascal died.
Right.
Nick Cage is now imagining him instead of the younger version of Nick Cage.
Right. Yes.
I was waiting for that, and it never happened.
Right.
And I was a little let down by that.
Well, I'm glad he didn't die because I kind of like seeing him at the end. Which, like, they're gonna come and they want to interview us for the screenplay.
Yeah.
You go handle that, Harvey. I'm gonna go home basically, and that's the full circle because they set that a great shot of the water.
I know that's fine.
It's very, very
I'm
peaceful.
gonna show my overlay here in a second.
Very peaceful.
It's good for the background. I'm gonna do.
Very nice.
So, out of 10, what do you give this?
It's a solid 7.
Wow. Okay.
I give it a 7, and that's what I gave it on IMDb. I think I gave it a solid 7.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it all the way through, and I laughed pretty fucking hard during some scenes.
Yeah.
It was very minimal when I did laugh, but it was a group like of 8 minutes where I was laughing like all the way through.
Right.
Because it was very roller coastery with the jokes. They did a good job of setting it up, but the problem is the payoffs a lot of times didn't matter. Like when he finally gets the
right
guns, I was like,
yeah. I knew that was coming.
Here. I was like, he's got the pins. Okay.
Yeah.
Question is,
are you going to buy this when it comes out on Blu-ray?
I own all of them. Are you kidding me?
Stupid question, I know.
Yeah, 4K.
Oh God.
You
don't have a 4K player.
I will. But the question is, where does this fall in my Cage rankings?
Yes, interesting.
And my Cage movie rankings. Which
yes.
I don't know which order.
Yeah, let's see this.
Boom!
Wow, okay.
Quality of movie? No, over here.
Yeah.
This side. On my right.
Wow, it is above Face Off.
It's a better movie than Face Off.
Yeah.
The question is, what do I rather watch?
Right.
I'd rather watch Face Off. I'd rather watch most of those movies over there, but then it's not a better movie than those.
Right.
So I did have to go. It's not better than, I have to get my hand here right. It's not better than Leaving Las Vegas. I can't say it is, but it is better than Lord of the War, Face Off, Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse, Mandy, The Rock.
Right.
So it's number 8 on my quality of movie.
Okay.
Higher over here in my quality of Cage because I thought he did a great job. I could not put him above Joe because in Joe.
Yes. No,
Joe's
Joe. Yeah, Joe's solid.
I put him above The Trust because over here I have The Trust higher in the quality of movie because I love The Trust.
Which one's The Trust?
You never saw it. It's him and Elijah Wood.
It's the Paul Schrader movie?
No. That was the two brothers who made a movie. Episode 1 of this show. But I was like, oh, that was a really good movie. Like, I think if you were to watch it, you'd be like, okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I watched it and I was like, I loved it. I don't know. I expected the fucking worst and got a good movie.
All right.
But also, I love that movie. But I did like the quality of Cage more in this than The Trust. Yeah, I just felt like he did a really good job. He has technically 3 roles because he does his. There's a scene there where he does his makeup version of himself that you mentioned.
Right, yeah.
Where he plays the Italian guy.
Yes. Who's
been in hiding for 15 years.
Right. It obviously looks like Nick Cage in makeup.
Yes. And this is the part where I love the fact that it's literally Nick Cage, because the guy goes, "You need to kill Nick Cage, or I'll kill you." And he gets Nick Cage pulls a gun to him. He goes, "Oh, fucking Nick Cage,
fucking Nick Cage." Yeah, that was
He's just
funny.
like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
you got me."
Yeah, it's a really funny ending at that part. That very specific line was very funny. Oh, fucking Nick Cage. He's just so defeated, like, fucking actor. Like,
Yeah. You got me. God damn it.
They didn't go too far with the cliche of reminded me of Team America, where actor is the best thing you could be.
Right.
That
Yes.
That was a joke of that movie, but they didn't do that in this, which is just like, I'll do my acting performance. He doesn't. They play it really subtle for that part.
Yeah, they do.
So the joke works out better, actually.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's all kind of subdued, and again, it's like that's why I think I had the issue. I was like, if you're gonna do this, you should do it full McGilla and just throw everything to the wind and go way broad. But they kind of did that in some spots and didn't do in other spots. And I was kind of like, okay, you gotta go balls out. That's why like that scene they cut out of the movie. I think that would have been better in the movie than out of the movie. But then again, it's kind of like they're kind of going real deep in the meta well, you know?
The problem is they have this poster.
Yes.
This poster tells me you should go balls to the fucking wall.
Yes, exactly.
Do Team America in real life.
Yeah.
So they should have gone all the fucking way and just had him do 6 different roles there at the end, like Ocean's 11 sort of movie.
Right.
But just have him do himself, his old self, which he already beat to death, I guess. And then this Italian dude. I wish the ending was almost like, you have to be this guy, you have to be this guy. Can you do this? You're a great actor. Now's your chance to prove it.
Right. Yeah.
Like you said, all the way there. They just dip their toes and they're like, we're out of here.
Yeah.
The ending is lackluster compared to the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it just ends.
It just ends. He's watching a movie with his family. It's fine.
Yeah, it's just if they set it up at the beginning, how like they used to do that when they were starting out, and it wasn't about the jobs. It was just about family, and they go back to that in a sense. So it's a callback to that time. So that's fine. It works, and I think Nick Cage comes out ahead in this movie as really likable and he's having a good time, and it's an enjoyable movie. Like I said, solid 7. So yeah, I do want to get the movie, watch the special features, and I'd be curious to see your commentary, and I hope they do have a commentary.
I would assume that would be part of his contract.
I hope so, because that would be interesting to get into that. And just
if I was to get Cage in a movie, I'd be like, you have to do the commentary.
Yeah.
That is part of hiring you. Because I wanted you in a room alone with me, a microphone. Tell me how much you hated me.
Go for it.
Especially this movie. How you played yourself several times in this movie. We need you to talk about that. The people need to hear this.
Yeah.
Do a video version of it. You need a picture-in-picture for the commentary on this one.
Yeah.
When he shows up in his lion outfit and he's wearing like a fucking safari hat. Like, what are you doing, Cage?
God, now he's got his fucking Shriner hat on, and he's dressed up as Superman.
Kal-El. He named his kid Kal-El. Okay.
Yeah, that's the funny part.
The director of this, Tom Gormican, wrote Ghosted, the TV show, with Adam Scott and what's his name?
Yeah,
Kirk Robinson, which looked pretty good actually, but it got canceled after one season.
Yeah, I never saw it.
And then he did That Awkward Moment, which I will never see.
I don't even know what that is.
Zac Efron and that guy from the Fantastic Four movie.
Never. No, thank you.
With the square head.
That's great.
The guy who plays the main character in Fantastic Four, the new one. What's his name?
Miles Teller.
Ghosted looked good though. It really did. I saw some clips. I'm like, that looks funny, and I saved it on my hard drive just to watch it eventually, and I haven't. Maybe I will now. But yeah, I would say, I gave it an 8. I did enjoy it. Like I said, here it is in my rankings. This did replace Bringing Out the Dead.
Oh, really? Okay.
Either I will do one of 2 things: move every episode of the planned future ones an episode down and do Bring Out the Dead next, or next we'll do Running with the Devil. I have not decided yet. Do you want to do Bring Out the Dead next?
Yeah. Just because I think that's on Amazon now for free. I think I have access to it. I can watch it.
I have it on DVD because it's not on Blu-ray.
I think I have it on DVD as well.
One of the few Scorsese movies not on Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, if you get The Departed, Kundun, I love Kundun. The special features for The Departed, if you get the Blu-ray, are not the same special features as the DVD, which is annoying because the DVD, The Departed, has an awesome Scorsese on Scorsese documentary. It talks about his whole career, and it's not on the Blu-ray of Departed. Only on the 2-disc set of the DVD of Departed.
But why?
I don't know. That's why I bought. It's just like shit. I have both, so I ended up buying it. I was just like, I got a thrift store for $1. I was like, oh, I'm buying it this time. I used to have it, and I got rid of it. I'm just like, well, shit, the Blu-ray don't have it, so I want that documentary. Shit.
I just found a picture I saved from the last episode we did.
Oh God,
this.
Where's this one? No, that's beautiful, fantastic. Yeah, use that somewhere.
All right, I need to save that to our screen.
Well, I guess that's it for this. Marvelous Weight.
Good episode.
The title itself, though, I don't like the title because, like I said, when I bought my ticket, I just said, "What's the Nick Cage movie out?" I want that.
Problem is, all the advertisements go massive talent, April, whatever,
Right? Yeah,
whatever it was.
It's just massive talent. Yeah.
So I went and I go massive talent, and the girl goes, "Oh, first of all, I walk up to the screen. I walk up to the outside of the theater.
Okay.
Here it's Harkins, which I brought in my collection of Harkins cup, which I'm missing 2 that are downstairs. But every year they have a special cup.
Oh.
So every year I go and get the special cup.
Wow, look at that.
And here's this year, which is some weird like blueprint, but
that's boring.
I have 2 more downstairs that are washing. But
Harkins suck.
I go there all the fucking time, and this year this is my first time. I haven't seen a movie since the last 2 movies were Frozen 2 and Jumanji 2.
Ooh.
Both kids movies I brought all everyone's kids to.
Right, yeah.
I finally was like, all right, we're going to the theater alone.
Yeah.
And I go up to the stand outside, you walk up to the ticket booth and I go, you're closed. Okay. It says go inside. I had to go fucking inside. I go up to the computer. I'm like, boop, boop, boop. The little, first of all, the computer outside that you order the tickets from, closed. I have to go inside and there's a little like inside one. And I go, the girl walks up, like fucking like teenage girl. I go, that must just be for you. She's like, yeah, that's our computer. Okay. And then she's like, oh, I'm like, 2 tickets to Massive Talent. She's like,
huh?
I don't see that.
Yeah.
The Unbearable.
Is it Reaches of Massive Talent?
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
That's right.
She's like, oh, yeah. All right. So 2 for that. Choose your tickets. I'm like, oh, now it's a touchscreen. Okay, great.
Yeah.
We choose our tickets.
There you go.
And it's like every seat is available except that one dude who's in front of us.
I tell you what, you make a surreal day out of it. I saw this movie a double feature because I went to the theater this weekend to see it. I watched this movie and The Northman immediately after.
What do you give a Northman out of 10?
It's 7.
So same.
I would say it's the same because The Northman. I didn't realize it cost $70 million. I don't understand how it costs that much money. I couldn't tell you. It's interesting. It's very interesting. I think the woman who sat right fucking next to me, her and her husband, which I fucking hate. It's like there's 70 seats in here. Go over there. Don't sit right next to me. I know it's assigned seating, but there's 20 seats on this row empty. Go sit over there. You guys sit right next to me.
Well, when we had the option to finally choose on the screen, I tried to tap seconds ago, and she told me it was only hers.
Yeah.
And she goes, all right, choose your seats. I go, there's one person 2 aisles behind him. We'll go there.
Yeah.
You got to do a 2-aisle buffer. If you could tell, not a lot of people coming on a Wednesday night, which is when I saw it.
Yeah.
Space it out. And everyone else was very polite. Like my theater was everyone did 2 aisles behind, and it was great. Small theater.
Right.
I didn't notice anyone else except when my wife was laughing uncontrollably.
Right. No, yeah, but that's just was just like, you gotta be really. because it's the center of it's pretty much center, but it's like, dude, you could scoot over like 2 seats. Give me 2 seats at least. Why do you guys sit right next to me? It's just like, and you could see on the screen when you bought the ticket that someone's right there.
Exactly what I was saying.
Yourself space.
I saw that one guy and I go, oh,
Yeah.
you can put your feet up in that aisle, but he's
Yeah.
sitting there. Let's go 2 back.
Right, yeah.
Next I think
like,
we went 3 back. But I will say this.
And they were fine.
You're complaining that the description you're describing here, which is very redundant right there, but what you're describing is what I pray for. For me.
Sit right next to you.
Because I would put my hand on his thigh and I would wait to see what the fuck happened.
What are you doing?
Hey, man. I noticed you sat right next to me when the whole theater's empty.
I love you.
And I would slowly move my hand over to his. Oh, sorry. I would play it. That would be my game the whole movie.
Do that spider crawl with your fingers along his thigh.
No, you gotta like. You see him going to grab his drink. You gotta. Oh,
grab it.
Mine's on my left. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You. And he had his wife, and I knew immediately that they were average film goers because The Northman is not. They got fooled by the poster or the trailer because they did not know who Robert Eggers was. So they had no idea that this was going to be a stylized, very specific stylized film. And because like the Jurassic World trailer was on, she goes, I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, you're in for a treat, my dear. You're about to enter Robert Eggers territory here.
Couple questions.
Oh, man.
First of all, what other trailers did you see?
Oh, no, actually, they're pretty mundane trailers. It was Jurassic, the new Jurassic Park movie. Fuck, I can't remember.
For us,
just
it was that.
Basic movies. It wasn't anything special.
It was a fucking new exorcism movie somehow. How the fuck is there another one?
I saw the tail end of that one when I walked into the theater. Yeah.
It was the first one that played for us. And then they didn't play the Lightyear one, obviously.
Okay.
But it was like movies where you're like, okay, I didn't see the new. Okay, question. I realize I'm all over the place right now, but I'm going to pause because I can't remember any of the trailers. So I do want to ask you, is The Lighthouse worth watching?
Yeah.
It's on my list, my top 5 list of movies to watch because I think I'll enjoy it, but I don't know.
It's square. It's shot 4:3.
I know that. So I watched The Ghost Story. That's same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah,
I don't mind that.
But Defoe and Pattinson are really good. And
I love Pattinson.
It's an acting movie. Yeah, it's an actor's movie.
Defoe either cares or he clearly doesn't. That's Defoe. But Pattinson, so far, I liked him and everything.
And it was great in The Northman when he goes, Stellan Skarsgård goes into he finds the pagan priest somewhere, and he's got the head of William Defoe when he brings it out, and William Defoe talks to him through the head. You're like, oh my God, this is fucking crazy. And at first I thought it was Randy Quaid.
Stab me.
The guy playing the guy playing the priest in the room. I was like, is that fucking Randy Quaid? It wasn't. I mean, it was. I wish it was. It was amazing.
Paper face on him fucking his wife in Canada.
Oh,
fuck you, George Bush.
It was it was Rupert Murdoch.
Whatever it was.
Much funnier.
So long ago.
It was very personal because he ran Fox or something, or he ran Fox.
You know what?
Rupert Murdoch.
We need to get out of here.
Yes, we do. Until
next time, and in the meantime, check out this movie that's still in theaters.
It's
so long.
It's not going to make much money. Dick it.
It needs to make money.
I don't think it's going. I think this is going to be on streaming in no time.
Here's our credits. Here's our credits. Those are our credits playing right now.
Oh, it's very nice.
Yeah. You like them?
All right.
You like them?
That's better than the that shit.
All right.
Very good.